high-stepping brother who hit them with bricks. Ain't a motherfucker out here that can do it like this. It's just the way the eye rapper ladies wiggle their tits. All my Raiders in the building, nothing bigger than this. I think it's time that we get it out of love. Cause we love that you with it. Let's wait for life, let's wait for life. You wanna be with my body, with a body, with a body. Let's wait for life, let's wait for life. Let's wait for life, let's wait for life. Yeah, we love everybody that we do it for life.
It's only one nation, home board, and that's Raiders. Off season, we make moves. Player, no need to hate us. We about to show the world that we taking it back. Don't give a fuck about your team, this silver and black. All my Raiders round the world, go ahead and pump your fist. 4-Dub and Big Ski, man, we got another hit. Ride or die, boy, I'ma never jump ship. Cut me open, Raider juice all over the carpet. And it's a bitch to get it out. So homie, don't even try it. Don't keep fan talking shit. I might just start a riot, but I'm trying to keep cool, just trying to have fun. We're the females, I'm trying to find one. Raider Reds, where you at, baby girl, let's party. I'm in the function having fun and I'm out to Bacardi. Everybody that know me know I'm repping it right. And guess what, it ain't a secret, I'm a Raider for life. Yeah.
Let's wait for life, let's wait for life. You wanna be with my body, with a body, with a body. Let's wait for life, let's wait for life. Let's wait for life, let's wait for life. Yeah, we love everybody that we do it for life.
Some got hopes and dreams, we got ways and means. The supreme dream team, and we're back on the scene. They call me Raider to the mystic, another statistic of this Raider fan nation, and I'm feeling ballistic. Friends with the real OGs, you know that, and I always make sure my blunts are roll fat. I'm a cool cat, and I love everybody, even other fans, until they start acting shoddy, but they getting kicked out. We love to stay lit. Shout out to Pirate in heaven runs the ship. Shout out to old legends who still show us love. Old school holding down the fort from above. Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a Raiders fan, no time to talk. My music loud and skulls and shields.
Let's wait for life, let's wait for life. Yeah, we love everybody that we do it for life. The Raider Nation
for life. Mixtape.
To all my fallen members of the Raider Nation legacy, we're gonna miss you, and we love you.
Big bad wolf knows badass, and this is badass.
You can tell from the walk what you saying, man. Ain't no time for no talk when we Raiderin'. Outlined in chalk how I hate her and see us ride or die with my Raider friends. So live with pride at the Raider events. Stay hands, stay high. We got a hit list, all black on wine like bottomless pits. See, we do it for life at the top of the list. Salt and pepper, sugar, man, like the butter on grits. Got a lot of flavor, man, that's 100%. It's the high-stepping brother who hit them with bricks. Ain't a motherfucker out here that can do it like this. It's just the way the eye rapper ladies wiggle their tits. All my Raiders in the building, nothing bigger than this. I think it's time that we get it out of love that we give, cause we love that you with it. Let's wait for life, let's wait for life. You wanna be with my body, with a body, with a body. Let's wait for life, let's wait for life. Let's wait for life, let's wait for life. Yeah, we love everybody that we do it for life.
It's only one nation, home board, and that's Raiders. Off season, we make moves. Player, no need to hate us. We about to show the world that we taking it back. Don't give a fuck about your team, this silver and black. All my Raiders round the world, go ahead and pump your fist. 4-Dub and Big Ski, man, we got another hit. Ride or die, boy, I'ma never jump ship. Cut me open, Raider juice all over the carpet. And it's a bitch to get it out. So homie, don't even try it. Don't keep fan talking shit. I might just start a riot, but I'm trying to keep cool, just trying to have fun. We're the females, I'm trying to find one. Raider Reds, where you at, baby girl, let's party. I'm in the function having fun and I'm out to Bacardi. Everybody that know me know I'm repping it right. And guess what, it ain't a secret, I'm a Raider for life. Yeah.
Let's wait for life, let's wait for life. You wanna be with my body, with a body, with a body. Let's wait for life, let's wait for life. Yeah, we love everybody that we do it for life. Let's wait for life, let's wait for life. Let's wait for life, let's wait for life. Yeah, we love everybody that we do it for life.
Some got hopes and dreams, we got ways and means. The supreme dream team, and we're back on the scene. They call me Raider to the mystic, another statistic of this Raider fan nation, and I'm feeling ballistic. Friends with the real OGs, you know that, and I always make sure my blunts are roll fat. I'm a cool cat, and I love everybody, even other fans, until they start acting shoddy, but they getting kicked out. We love to stay lit. Shout out to Pirate in heaven runs the ship. Shout out to old legends who still show us love. Old school holding down the fort from above. Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a Raiders fan, no time to talk. My music loud and skulls and shields, all silver and black, and the power we feel.
Let's wait for life, let's wait for life. You wanna be with my body, with a body, with a body. Raider Nation.
For life. Mixtape.
To all my fallen members of the Raider Nation legacy, we're gonna miss you, and we love you.
Big bad.
All right, Raider Nation, we are back. Of course, we are chucking through this technical difficulties. This episode will be reposted in its entirety because we are recording as a backup mechanism because I was worried about technical difficulties. But anyways, Raider Nation, we are back with the OakTown legends, the one known as the Asylum, or Asylum only, the one known as Oakland Raiders Savage, and the Raider Bear. So, man, guys, I'm excited to have y'all on here, man. How are y'all doing tonight?
Oh, yeah.
It's all good. It's all good.
All right, cool.
Saturday night with Raider Homer. Let's do this. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. It's been a while since we've hanging out on Saturday night. We were doing the Raider Nation Music Television, of course. I had to take a break, bro. This it's media is a lot of work, man. Of course, I got to focus on the Only Nation podcast with Raider Ladybug and T3. Man, those guys, they're great friends of mine, and I love doing that podcast. So that's like one of the top priorities. But it's nice to come back on and get warmed up for Monday Nights Live, which is coming back. So, whew, man, like I said, it's a lot of work. And Raider Bear, of course, you know all about that kind of work that it takes to put in Raider Nation media. So talk a little bit about that, what you've been doing as far as your media. And, I guess the overall theme right now is considering everything that's going on in the world and in the Raider Nation,
Right.
What's the importance of the Raider Nation media calling for unity?
Well, 2 shows a day, 10 shows a week. So, Raider Bear's working. But along that line, I try to get everybody that loves this Raider Nation to remember that we all love the same thing. And getting upset about what town did what and whether LA had a ring or Oakland didn't and all these other things and Vegas and so on. It seems silly, we got to get above all that. I don't mind the fact that the team is in Vegas. In fact, I'm kind of enjoying it when you consider that the other team in the Bay Area had to move to Santa Clara. I mean, by comparison, where do you want to be? Do you want to be in Santa Clara or do you want to be in Las Vegas? It's no contest.
Let's get technical. They play on an amusement park parking lot, Great America. That's what they play on, an amusement park parking lot.
Exactly. So if we're gonna get hard on somebody and start bashing some things, let it be red and gold, not silver and black.
Yeah, absolutely.
100 on that one.
100.
Yeah, it's Oakland was the Oakland fan base is all about family, and that's why it hurt so much, right? You watched people grow up as Raider fans, so it was all about family, So unity is important. So we want to translate that to the Vegas fan base. How would y'all go about doing that?
Well, I don't know. On my end, I would just basically push every day, all the time, that the people in Raider Nation, because we're not all the same. And so some of them you have to coach them up a little bit and teach them that, we're not fans. We're a family. And if you go to see your family play a football game, it doesn't matter how many times they lose. They get in your car, you hug them, you tell them you love them, and you go to the next game. And that's exactly what we are.
Hey, some of us were season ticket holders during the Jamarcus Russell years, and we went every game like it was clockwork. So, like you said, family, that's what we went for. We went there to support our family and be with the Raider Nation family.
For sure.
And
Yeah, the way I see it, it's like a church, the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Roller. That's how I see it.
Yeah, nice.
We come together, and it's every Sunday morning. This is what we do, like in church, come together, eat together. It's one big family. We all come to the Coliseum together. It's a beautiful thing. I haven't been to any other stadiums doing it, but I'm pretty sure that we have that only unique, it's tight like that. That's why we're the nation.
Oh yeah.
Real.
Yeah,
I agree with that completely. I just want to back that up 1 second. When you look at some of these other franchises, they try to do the same things. They try to look like us, but the difference is when the game's over, they just go home, and we don't do that. we all got each other's back. We all know each other. We're all friends, and we treat each other like he just said, just like church, just like family. We're the only nation that comes together. That's that way. That's why we're called the only nation. I don't listen to other people talk all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the only reason why we go home is because security came over and be like, you guys got to go.
Exactly.
Carne asada, I'm still cooking. Just give me like 5 minutes, and it takes them like 20 minutes to go around the whole stadium. So, you still got that time,
Exactly.
Yeah, Savage, you grew up in this, man. You grew up in the black hole. You've seen it all. Man. L.A., Oakland, and now Vegas, dude. Somebody that's grown up, in the Raider Nation, especially in Oakland, dude. What do you have to say to the fan base now in Vegas?
Well, me, like the Raiders came back when I was 10 years old, and I'm still learning the sport of football and everything with my father. In like 95, 96 is when the Black Hole started forming. 96, 97, I believe, was when my dad started bringing his band out to the Black Hole Tailgates, the low down band. That's why when Raider Rob was up before, I was it's Raider Rob, I know that guy. Quick story about Raider Rob. During like intermissions, and my dad in between, my dad would take breaks when he would play. My dad would Raider Rob like, hey Sal, is it okay if I go on the mic? My dad like, yeah, go ahead. And Raider Rob would go on the mic and start preaching to the Black Hole Tailgate, anybody else that was walking towards the Coliseum. They would stop there, and Raider Rob would go over there, Raider Nation, let's do this, Broncos, we're going to kick your ass, Kenny. And he'll just go off. And one of the things I remember the most was when there'd be like a new guy that would come in, hey guys over here, this is what's your name? This is Bill. Bill wants to be part of the Black Hole. Let's get all the Black Hole members over here. And they would come with like a can of beer or whatever they were drinking, and they would pour all their beers on top of this guy. And Raider Rob, yes, you are now baptized into the Black Hole. Oh, yes. Oh, that's me. Man, let's do this. And it was one of my favorite things to see. And the guy who get all like Coors, Budweiser, Bud Light, Corona, all poured on him. He's like, yes, I'm part of the Black Hole, yes. And people would be happy about it. I don't know if he was able to get into the Coliseum because he's smelling like beer, but these are the memories that I have. And just real quick, I just want to say, we're talking about Oakland legends. We can't forget about one of the main Oakland Bay Area East Bay legends, Raider Dave Monzo, who was one of the main pioneers of the Black Hole that started in Hayward, California. It was 2 blocks from me. It was him and my dad were like best friends growing up in high school. We all know Raider Dave Monzo passed away about a year or so ago, and I feel like it's kind of like when Stabler got inducted into the Hall of Fame finally. We missed the chance to hear his stories on the podium. So just to hear this, just to be able to hear the stories of Raider Dave Monzo, on his take, we missed out on a lot. If you didn't know him, I grew up with him. He was like an uncle to me. So I wanted to also, just give an honor to Raider Dave Monzo. He's like member number 1 in the Black Hole, the original Black Hole. I just want to say that. Oh yeah.
Right on.
That's awesome. Yeah, man. The Black Hole, dude. I'm glad to bring that to Austin. With my chapter, dude. And I was inspired. Asylum, you were there. Week 1, 2018 for the home opener. Being at that Black Hole kickoff party, dude. I was like, damn, I want to do this in Austin, dude. Because that OakTown flavor, man, is something different, man. It's something it's special. I've been to the Dallas games and the Houston games, but the tailgate doesn't look the same at all. It doesn't have a vibe. But when you see the Raider Nation in Houston, that's a completely different scene. It's fucking awesome how it translates. So yeah, I mean, Oakland definitely made its mark on the Raider Nation.
No, I've always said since I moved out here to Kansas and everything that I wanted to bring a piece of the Black Hole, a piece of Oakland out here. Anytime we did the tailgates and everything out here, I wanted to show people out here how we did it out there.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, it was fantastic, man. I mean, you made 16 straight home openers, right? Asylum.
Yeah, no, up until I guess this current football season, however you want to call it. Yeah, I was 16 years season ticket holder, every state home opener, last home game. Like I said, during the Marcus Russell years, I've been through the lows. I've been there for the highs, and you know,
that's friggin' amazing. I love that. I mean, I just want to say, I didn't mean to interrupt you. That's amazing, though, and you should not act as though your streak is over. Your streak is not over because it was interrupted by COVID and the owner. Yeah. So that don't count. You know what I mean? Your streak is still alive, brother. That's dope.
I appreciate that. Unfortunately, I don't think I can be a season ticket holder, but I definitely want to be able to make some games, you know, more games and everything else like that. You know, now with COVID, it did make it hard, you know, to be getting out and going and watching that first home opener. It was hard. It was hard for me being, you know, 16 years. I mean,
I believe
like Kevin said, you want to talk about church.
For real.
My Sunday, I mean, I miss Christmases, I miss birthdays, I miss, everyone said, they knew if there was a Raider game on that day, you knew where I was going to be. No doubt about it.
Hot.
I was at that game.
That's hot.
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
The streak's alive, brother. The streak's alive.
So, you know, Savage, you know, we talked a little bit about the Black Hole Tailgate. Now, Bear, you were in the B lot, right?
Yes, sir.
So talk a little bit about the B lot tailgates. You know, I mean, maybe compared to the D lot tailgates. I mean, what was it like over there in the B lot?
It was real similar, you know what I mean? The libations were flowing, and the things that were smoking were being handed out and passed around, and it was a beautiful thing every single Sunday, because I used to tell people all the time, I went there to go to a party, and then a football game would break out. You know, you weren't going there for the football game. You know what I mean? You were going there to see your peoples, and then they would go, oh, wait a minute, it's time to go in for the game. You know, we would be in. I would interrupt what we were doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
that any better right there. We went to see family, and the football game always broke out.
Yeah, exactly. And interrupted everything. It's like, damn it. Well, now we guess we better go watch the game.
I mean, that's cool, right? Because the Raider Nation went through hell in Oakland. You know, all the losing seasons, but you guys never gave up, man. You made it those tailgates legendary to the point where the people that went to them maybe one or two times, like myself, or multiple times, you know, deeply missed that or wished that they had more of an opportunity to experience it. I mean, because what y'all were doing was badass, man. And what, you know, you're there to celebrate the Raiders and watch the Raiders win, but what it was turning into is fantastic, man. It definitely, you know, like a mark of why the Raider Nation is the number one fan base.
Oh, for sure. And it really is the vibe. It's the vibe we had, you know. It's how we felt love from one another, you know what I mean? Male, female, young or old. There's no color. The only color was black and silver. And we all shared with each other. And none of that ever became an issue because we all had a common energy for one thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they can do that in Vegas, you know what I mean?
The game was always secondary. I'm sorry I didn't mean to interrupt, but the game was always secondary. We were there to have a good time, be there with family. You know, I can remember bringing my daughter to her first game, both my daughters, my son, you know, bringing people to their first games and everything, and them just they had more fun before the game than at the game.
For real. Yeah, and then same thing here, and I would bring them young, and people would say to me, well, aren't you worried about them hearing foul language and stuff like that? I said, they're going to hear that everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd rather they hear it from my friends than some jerk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like we got
at home.
Yeah, it's like we got cable TV. we got HBO at home. Okay?
Exactly.
They're watching the Sopranos marathon. Okay, they're gonna hear anything.
Exactly.
And how about this? Since we're talking about church and baptisms in our own black hole and the B lot and everything around, how many people have you brought along who were either Fairweather fans or just whatever fans, and then when they came out like, I'm a Raider fan now they got Raider jerseys on, like, see, have come in even during losing seasons, and you know, from 2002 until now, we've only had one real winning season, but how many? Yeah, 2016 that ended with bad luck, but how many people have you like
scene or whatever were like fair weather fans, you know, just going in the wind, whoever wins, whatever. But they came to a tailgate and they see what happens, and they see how everyone's so close, and no matter where you go, you're gonna get fed, and no matter where you go, you're gonna get a shot from somebody, you're gonna get some kind of alcoholic beverage, you know, and they come back like, I want to come back next week, I want to come back next game, and now they're Raider fans. So,
yeah,
you know, it's addicting.
I could do one better. I've turned a few fans.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's Mr. Miyagi.
You flipped him, huh?
That's why he's Mr. Miyagi.
Dude, look, I'm telling you, my dad was a 49er fan, and by the time that they left before they left to Vegas, the last season there, he was a season ticket holder to the Raider game.
That's hot. That's hot.
Miyagi.
Mr. Miyagi.
All right, so, we started off this episode talking about the importance of Raider Nation media calling for unity. But you know what? Bear, we first met at the Raider Nation Explosion in Merced, right? And so, that was it there. We talked about this with Mom. That event was really focused on honoring Guerrilla, OakTown, and Violator, so this group, let's talk a little bit about the importance of honoring the ones that paved the way, because all of y'all have seen those people pave the way.
For sure. I mean, we honored them, and there's only so many times you get to do that, with what happened, but hopefully, we can do that some more moving forward, because there's so many brothers, that deserve to, get that recognition. But, I say it all the time, you go to a party and you see all your friends, you see all your family, you have a good time. And you go to the tailgate and you see all your friends and family and you have a good time. It's the exact same thing. And that's what people trip off of, is they don't understand that we're not just there for the game. We're there for each other. We become brothers and sisters. And when they see that up close for the first time, they all fall in love with it. I preach about it on my show. I talk about it all the time. I don't care if you're a Raider fan from LA or a Raider fan from Oakland or a Raider fan from Vegas. Brand new, just bought your hat. Don't care. As long as you understand that we bring that love and that energy, you know what I'm saying? Still got the stickers on it, exactly. And as long as you bring that love and that energy, I don't care if you're new, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You finally woke up.
Yeah.
Speaking of OakTown Pirate, I actually got a little story with him. First time I met OakTown Pirate was in London, 2014. I was sitting with him in the London version of the Black Hole, and everybody who knows anything about a Raider home game is we don't sit. And our whole section, and Pirate was leading the charge on this one, we were getting complained about because we were standing up and everything, and we had security talking about ready to threatening to throw us out and everything, and he was just like, do what you gotta do, because we are not going to sit. These rowdy home, and this is what we're doing right here.
Exactly.
And we led that charge out there, and that was my first time I had met OakTown Pirate.
Nice.
These rowdy blokes out here.
Yeah, man. It's like I said, I wish I could have met OakTown Pirate. I've talked to his daughter a little bit about coming on the channel. I'm looking forward to having her on the channel in the future on the OakTown Legends episode. But man, that dude, so many people have talked so highly of that dude, and Gloria, Bedazzled, so many of the fans that paved the way that are no longer here. It's so, I feel it's important to make sure that we remember those people, and that's why I like the Raider Nation magazine, and things like that, because they do honor people like that, and it makes me happy to know that everything that I do, all the work that I put into the Raider Nation is valued. And people will remember that one guy with the yellow mask that thought he was a broadcaster because of the passion. You know what I mean? So it's great to be a part of the Raider Nation.
Hey, well, Homer, I just you were your show in August was my first time being on, so I appreciate everything you do. I was nervous doing that, but once I started, going to interview, and me and you were just chopping it up, it was fun and it was exciting. I want to say thank you for that one. That was special to me.
Hey, no problem, bro. I mean, that's cool. I mean, like I said, the Homer character is an avatar, right? It's a character that's created to host the channel, but the channel's platform is built for the Raider Nation to share their story, to record the history of the Raider Nation, to talk about that. Yes, we talk about the team here, you know what I mean? But we really do focus on the fans, because one thing that I really believe, and I appreciate all the players that I've interviewed, but it's the team first, right? Because they're always there, right? And then it's the fans, because we're always there, and then it's the players, because the fans, man, are around for decades. You know what I mean? We are an important part of this team. So I want to hear from the fans. And it's almost like the Zoom parties and things, right? It's just it's online, dude. The information age is here. The world's at our fingertips. We could do so much with it. So it's an honor to represent the Raider Nation here on the Raider Homer channel, and especially with guys like you coming on and for the first time interviews, or if you've already had 11K followers on your show, you still take the time to show up on a smaller channel. So I appreciate that.
For sure.
And I appreciate you have me, as crazy as I am. You have me on there, so yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Hey, I hate to say it, Savage, you still don't know crazy. I do.
That's why he's Asylum. I'm just.
Okay, wait a minute. This is said by two guys who know I scream on every few seconds on my show. I mean, come on.
But I wear a straight jacket for fun.
Okay, that's true. You got me there.
And my job, and where I work, I'm a driver, so I scream every time the guy in front of me doesn't go on a green light, or doesn't know that a stop sign is not going to turn go. Move your... Let's go to the next section, please. I'm getting mad right now.
Right?
All right, cool, man.
No, but hey, real quick, I want to say, too, Raider Homer, I come on and I do this show with you whenever you ask, because, I've met a lot of Raider fans. I've met most of, the people who do shows online and that sort of thing. And I get along with all of them. But when I met you in person, I could tell that you were a really cool guy. I really appreciated the fact that you were professional, you know what I mean? And just a good dude. Not a lot of, attitude, not a lot of foul language, not a lot of look at me, you know what I mean? Just a nice guy. And I really appreciate that. So just know that's why I do it when you ask.
Well, I appreciate that, man. And you know what? I appreciate your show and all the things. I love how you break down the Raiders, man. There's a lot of things that you say that I'm like, yeah, I totally agree with that. And so, yeah, just keep up the good work, dude, and keep, leading the way, too, because I look up to you, man, and I appreciate everything you do for the Raider Nation.
For sure, brother.
All right, cool. So with that being said, on the way out, Raider Bear, Asylum, and Raider Savage, tell the Raider Nation where they can find you on social media.
I'll go last.
Go ahead, Asylum.
I'll go. I'm on Facebook under Asylum, and then on Twitter it's 77 Asylum 77, and on Instagram it's just Asylum 77.
Okay, Asylum 77.
Oh yeah, I am the Oakland Raider Savage, and my Facebook page is Oakland Raider Savage. My Instagram page is Oakland Raider Savage, and my Twitter is just Raider Savage.
Well, that makes it easy.
So, yes, so that's all of mine right there. And my email is raidersavage@gmail.com. And my OnlyFans, I'm just joking, I don't have that yet, but oh yeah, I'm gonna ask Jersey how to set that up. So oh yeah.
Nice. Well, you can find your boy, the Raider Bear, on Facebook, on Raider Bear Family page, and that's it. I don't share Twitter and all that other stuff with all these other, okay? I got a life to live, okay? You get too much to be on Raider Bear Family.
Yeah, man. I tell you what,
so find
social
me,
media.
Facebook, Raider Bear Family page. I cover everything Raiders. You know how I do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
With 2 shows a day, I mean, you're putting a lot of content out there.
Oh, yeah.
Trying, brother.
And it's good content. It's quality content.
Well, hey, as I tell people all the time, if you can't do an off show, if you can't do a season if you can't do a show in the off season, you ain't a real Raider fan.
Yeah.
I bust them in the nuts. I do. I tell them it's hard, but do it anyway.
You know what? I got respect for that one.
For real. I could talk about it. I mean, what could there ever? How could there ever be a night where I called you guys up tomorrow night and said, "Hey, let's talk Raider football for an hour"? You tell me you couldn't do it? Hell yeah, you could do it.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
Couple of hours.
Exactly.
That's what we love it. We know the history. We go off.
We live it. We live it.
And we love to talk Raider football.
Exactly.
Hold on, wait, I have a question. What is an off season? I don't know what that is.
Ain't no off season, yeah.
Exactly. I ask other teams what that is because they seem to believe in it.
Like we do this 366 days. Every year's a leap year. I don't care. We do this all day, every day, 24/7 or 25/8. That's how we do it. I talk like this all the time. People say, "How do you talk like this all the time?" It's because I am frustrated and excited at the same time. Because I am from Oakland, Las Vegas, LA, Madagascar, whatever they play at, I'm gonna be there. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Boom. All right, cool. All right, guys. Well, thanks again, man. I'm looking forward to hearing from y'all in the future.
Wait, Raider Homer, the Raider
Oh yeah.
I had to get one.
Perfect.
All right, brother.
All right, y'all. Have a good one.
I love you guys. Appreciate you.
Love you too, brother.
Yes.
All right, now.
Looking forward to meeting you, Raider Bear, one day.
Right on.
Yeah,
Appreciate that, brother.
One day too, Raider Bear.
For real. Asylum, Savage, I love you guys. Homer, thank you, brother.
No problem, brother.
Appreciate you.
Hey, we love you too. Hey, anytime you need somebody on the show, hit me up. I'll be there.
For real. I appreciate that.
All right, cool.
Yeah, me too. All right.
Right on. I believe that. Appreciate you, brother. All right, you guys. You have a good night.
You too.
All right, you too.
All right.
All right, Raider Nation. Make sure you find Asylum, Oakland Raiders Savage, and I'm pretty sure you already know where the Raider Bear is. Appreciate y'all guys coming on. We are running a little bit behind, so we are just moving right along. We're going to get to Masquerader Skulls for the first time, and of course, we're going to hear from 4Dub. Looking forward to this segment. Here we go.
Shiley Perkins, Mighty Low, Raider Mystics. They are and they're representing for the Raider Nation. And you're tuned in to the Raider Nation tonight. Mixtape on you.
Precision, the intentions are to get deeper with the D-E-double-R-E-K. My Fresno State homie from around the way.
See, we losing had fun, still got him on the run. Now I'm back up in OakTown, blazing on that Kush bomb. Rest in peace to Pius, that's on the brother mind. At the same time, violator telling me to grind. To all my die hard, nothing realer than this. Let's put together me and March on some Raiders shit.
So now they on our case, already busting and hustling out the second mixtape. Bitches get ready for the throwdown, this shit's about to go down. G-Car and K-Mac about to pound. I'm losing my religion, but I would just be winning. We are so deep in this game, Raider Nation wishing. Players be acting like they savage, they out to hit and ravage. I got nothing but love for my Raiders living lavish.
I gotta rep them Raiders, bet the C-note. I got a homie named Spidey, L-O-double-C-Lo. We don't worry about ballerinas. Raider rap, when we rap, this is for my people. Yes, I say my people, I should have say Raider. You haven't seen nothing till we open up the trailer. Yeah, it smell good, bad boys. See, this is for the G's who be rolling big
now
toys.
holla as we ride, motherfuck the rest. Raider Nation from the west side, and we about to be famous. Been down for a decade, now a decade will be taken. Your team has more felonies. We got friends near to we, motherfucking G's. We a Raider, not a traitor. We the bombers, baddest fans in this whole fucking industry.
Ain't nothing but a Raider party. Ain't nothing but a Raider party. Nothing but a Raider party. Ain't nothing but a Raider party. Nothing but a Raider party. It ain't nothing but a motherfucking Raider party. Nothing but a Raider party. It ain't nothing but a motherfucking Raider party.
Now give me 50 off. The odds is not my destiny. Release me to the field, winning we expect and see. Jealousy is misery and suffering is grief. You better be prepared when your rivals fuck with the black and silver sea. These players must be crazy work. There ain't no mercy fucking charge.
Raider while you suckers portray. They always think twice just the way it is. See, we live by the code and we ride by the
They tell me not to run without blocks, following your lead today. Take the ball in the backfield, gotta score some way. They wonder why we hang with sure shots. Raider Nation for life, has and has nots. Scheme for victories and more relation, affiliated with the nation, and so we made it. No asking questions, tailgating, keep fighting my Raiders till the day that we make it.
Ain't nothing but a Raider.
Nothing but a Raider party.
Ain't nothing but a Raider.
Nothing but a Raider party. It ain't nothing but a motherfucking Raider party.
But a Raider.
Nothing but a Raider party. It ain't nothing but a motherfucking Raider party. Nothing but a Raider party. It ain't nothing but a motherfucking Raider.
Yo, what up? This is Mosey MD. I just wanted to send a special shout out to Leaf Perkins, aka Mr. Greenleaf. Fold up in the house, baby. Raider Nation. One love. And you're tuned in to the Raider Nation for Life mixtape.
What's up, Raider Nation? This is the Prez, representing that RNOM. Back at you again for Raider Nation Mix Volume 2. Send a shout out to all the Raider Nation. We got this year, and when we bumping that Raider Nation Volume Mix number 2.
All right, Raider Nation, here we go. We have some very special guests tonight. We got 4Dub, we got Masquerader, and for the first time on the Raider Homer channel, we got Skulls. I appreciate all y'all coming on tonight to celebrate the birth of the Oakland Raiders and the fans that made the tailgates legendary. How y'all doing tonight?
Good to go, man.
All right, well, cool. All right, Skull, so world building. On the Raider Homer channel, we're all about world building. So this is your first time on the Raider Homer channel. So start with how you became a Raider fan, and then what made you decide to don the war paint?
That's easy.
Somebody needs to turn off their background. Somebody needs to...
Right.
Somebody turn the TV off.
How are we doing now?
No, we got background.
Hang on, maybe it's my daughter.
Yeah, you might just move into a room that's quiet or something. It's all good. I'm going to repost all this video individually. I'll edit all this out.
Are we good? Because I don't hear anything, so it must be me.
Yeah, I'm...
Erica, hang on a second. Erica, Eva, turn off your video, please.
Yeah.
Was that it? Man, I went upstairs too, and I thought it was good to go. Sorry about that, guys.
It's all good.
All good.
All right, so Skulls, thanks again for coming on the channel for the first time, man. Tell us how you became a Raider fan and how you decided to start donning the war paint.
How I became a Raider fan, I have no idea. My parents, my sister, nobody was sports fans at all. But my mom said when I was really young, she would put the games on for me, and I wouldn't even understand it. But if she told me that they lost, I was pissed. And so she learned real quick to just tell me they won. As I got older and started, to remember, of course, it was after we had won our Super Bowls, but I unfortunately don't remember those outside of seeing highlights and whatnot. All my cousins and uncles were 49er fans, and that wasn't going to happen. So I just went against the grain. But I used to always see Violator on TV as a kid down in L.A., and I would tell my dad, Dad, I'm going to do that one day. And he would, yeah, whatever. So, long story short, I started going to games. I had a connection through one of my sister's boyfriends in 2000. So I was able to go to, that year, a few home games, playoff games, that horrible AFC championship we lost to the Ravens. And then that following year, I was able to afford my season tickets for the first time, and I slowly started building what I have now. It started off slow with just metal spikes, some face paint, and I reworked the face paint over the years, and I added some skulls and replaced broken skulls, and then probably 8 years ago, I finally hired someone to, maybe even longer than that, I guess 10 years ago, I finally hired somebody to finish my shoulder pads because I had this vision and I just couldn't do it anymore. I didn't have the knowledge and the craftiness, so I paid some guy to do some custom leather work on them, and that's where I am now. And you know, that last game in Oakland in 2019, I made an absolute point to walk over, find Violator over his Oakland Tailgate and thank him. It was a hell of a ride. It was some horrible years, but the people I've met, friends for life.
Yeah, dude, that's
the short. That's the short of how I became a Raider fan and how I, went with the war paint and dressing like I was going to a Guar concert every Sunday.
You're killing me. You're hilarious. You're hilarious.
So, Patty, you seem to be the glue of this segment. You know, you helped put all this together. You're the common thread between everybody here. So, talk a little bit about how you met Skulls and 4Dub and what it means to represent the Oakland, flavor and culture and traditions, going into Vegas where you are now.
Can you hear your background, please?
I'm trying to mute my daughter.
No, the phone. Use your microphone.
Yeah, just mute the phone.
I got you. Hang on.
Hey. Hi, guys. Hey, before I jump into any long stories, I'd like to just take a second to send a prayer out to all the legends that have passed before us.
Yeah.
And then pave the pathway. So just a second. 1, 2, 3 Raiders for those who have passed before. 1, 2, 3
Raiders.
So getting to know these guys has been great. When my sidekick Mary Carpenter and I first came out as characters, there were not a lot of women in character at that time. We had Metal Cindy, we had Raider Gloria, we had probably a good 10 to 15 gals, I guess, that were really really dug in, if you will. And if in any way we inspire people to be creative and come out in character and let their freak flag, that's I think that's a beautiful thing. Now, 4Dub, we've had a few shenanigans. We had a trip up to Denver for the Denver game. Shout out to the Raiders. That was such a fun trip. A few shenanigans there, a couple of close calls. It was pretty awesome. And then, Skulls is always cracking me up. He's got some, you wouldn't know it by his story, but he's got some really quick one-liners he's got some zingers that he throws out there, and he just cracks me up. So, the heart and passion of that oh God, boy, that concrete out there, that blacktop. I've been beat up the last few years, and I've missed more games than I care to admit. And it just became a little too precarious for me to be out there in the blacktop. But, there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears on that turf, and there's a lot of blood, sweat, tears, barf, and everything else in that parking lot. And some great memories to go along. And, you can cruise over to Yvonne Vasquez's back tailgate party over from the Bad Boys through Raiderville over to see Yvonne, and then next thing you know, you're running into 4Dub, and they're making a music video talking about the Raiders, nothing but a Raider party. These guys rock. These guys rock. I love you guys.
I love you too, Patty.
Yeah.
So y'all heard earlier Raider Rob talking about like a concert with 4Dub, Raiderhead, and some of the other musicians out there that perform for the Raider Nation, man. How do y'all feel about that, guys?
Oh, that would be great. Basically, as we do our mixtapes, we always trying to put as many Raider artists on our music. So just show the world, what we got, what we doing down here. and to do a show with everybody. It's always been a dream. Mario has always tried to hook that up too. It's just a big dream right there.
And I'm an old school. I was tuned into Raiderhead when they came out, and I've been jamming their tracks ever since. I always thought they were great.
They're legends. They're the ones.
Yeah, man. Stoner Dude, man, he has his hands all over, Raider Fan Radio, Raiderhead, calling into JT the Bricks show still, man, with his own shows, dude. I mean, like, representing the Raider Nation the right way. And it's cool, Aaron, to see that, hear that he inspired you. And, of course, Shalif, I know that you've known about them for a while, too, man. But, we've been talking a little bit about the creativity of the Raider Nation, and y'all are a huge part of that, with from the super fans dressing up with different gear and all of what you just heard Skulls talk about, the work it takes to be creative and create that gear, and music and podcasts and broadcasts. And I mean, dude, there's clothing lines, all kinds of shit like that came out of Oakland, dude, the city of hustle, right? Like, talk about that, man. That's part of the tradition and the culture. How do y'all see that unfolding, from here on out?
Man, Oakland is so unique, man. We might have to accept change. I doubt if you had that experience, that experience again. It'd probably be a new type of experience that we're gonna have, But that experience is, you cherish it in your heart, and you lock it in, you keep it there, and you do stuff like this to, to bring up Pirate and all these other people before us, and always respect the ones that's before us, no matter what.
Replicated, never duplicated.
Right.
Or duplicated, never replicated, whatever the hell I'm trying to say.
I know what you mean. Go ahead, mister.
I'm such a dork.
It's all good.
Yeah. Each city is unique, and each place is unique. And new houses are cool. And the old house is a house that had lots of great memories.
Yeah.
And stars shining.
You need to pass that to me.
Can't wait to get in. Some new memories, get in that stadium and dig in and get sweaty and have a great time. I can't wait.
Yeah, I miss it.
I miss you guys.
I miss it bad.
But the new home is so extraordinary. So it's just gonna be extraordinary. I couldn't call it that. It's gonna be extraordinary. Yeah, it's gonna be extraordinary.
And hey, while we're all here, I gotta say that just to put it down on tape, that Skulls, you gave us one of our best shout outs ever on any of our mixtapes.
Sure.
Well, that's funny.
And appreciate it.
That's good, man. That's all heart right there, bud.
It is. I got that. I said I gotta put some reverb on this. Get it right off.
Yeah, it ended up sounding real. You guys made me sound better than it really sounded, but that was cool.
That's all you, buddy.
Yeah, I noticed you had to put a lot of echo on mine, man.
Going back to what it's gonna be and what it was. I mean, it'll never be the same. It'll be different. Come hell or high water, I'll be there. But there'll definitely be some copycats out there in the stands. But you know what? Just take it as a compliment, I guess. For me, the building of mine was, I grew up totally into punk rock, so it was an easy thing for me to build mine.
That's right.
Pirates and spikes and punk rock, cool. I can do that.
Right.
So and it just kind of go ahead.
Oh, since I grew up in the 70s, well, being a freak, it comes naturally for me.
There you go.
He's a big old freak.
And Patty sends it off the rails.
Sorry, y'all stop.
Yeah, we need to have a party, man. What's going on? This is getting crazy. Come on, COVID, go away.
I know, right? That messed everything up.
Hey, Skulls, were you moshing at Bad Religion shows?
You know what's funny? You mentioned Bad Religion. So my wife, all you guys know my wife. But I brought her. I had just moved to Santa Cruz. I think we were just married, and Bad Religion was playing at the Catalyst, and I went, "Oh, we got to go."
Yeah.
And I was like, "We'll just hang out. We'll just hang out in the back, and we'll just listen to some good music." She had never been to a punk show.
Yeah.
And they started playing one of my favorite songs, and I was like, "All right, I'll be right back." And all of a sudden, she said,
Generator?
What's that?
Is it Generator?
No, I don't. It was, I don't know how you say it, but I'll just say it was, fuck you. And it was so awesome. She was like, I saw you for a minute, and then I just saw you crowd surfing. Just like again. It was so awesome. And I was like, oops, sorry about that. But she had a great time. She just kind of hung out in the back. And I was like a kid in a candy store. It had been way too long since I had been to a punk show. And Bad Religion is one of my all-time favorites. So that's funny you mentioned that.
When you said, we're just going to stand here in the back, I started cracking up. It's kind of like going to a Raider game and saying, I promise I won't say anything.
Well, I didn't want to scare her, be like, yeah, we're just going to go run through a mosh pit and we're going to go, nah, That was not her world.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
I was just telling my kids that I was at one of Nirvana's last shows, and I was crowd surfing up front, and I got thrown onto Kurt Cobain's feet.
Damn.
Cool.
Mister got some of the greatest stories ever, and they don't never stop. I've known him a long time, and he still got more.
Hey, I met Janis Joplin.
Wow.
You made out with Janis Joplin? No.
No, I met Janis Joplin. Stop fantasizing, Aaron. Come on, man.
Oh, you met her. That's cool.
Hey, so Skulls, what tailgates were you roaming around to in Oakland, Skulls?
Man, like early 2000s, Raiderhead was big. Even the Black Hole tailgate always had live music. I was kind of a nomad. I was just kind of roaming around. I didn't really have a home till towards the last quite a few years with Bad Boys of Barbecue, and Kirk became a very good friend of mine. He actually cooked at my wedding, but before that, I used to just walk all over that parking lot. And finally, I just said, I'm over that. It's just too big. But Raiderhead, I used to tailgate a lot with Skull Lady, Skull Man, who fell off the face of the earth. He and I roamed around together for years. But yeah, I just kind of wandered around for a long time, and then just kind of settled over at Bad Boys. But I do remember, and Patty had told me to go on YouTube and listen, and I listened for a minute right before my phone rang. And I don't know who was talking about it, but that Metallica show. Yeah. That was one of the coolest things. I remember getting a phone call from a buddy of mine who had friends within the organization, and he said, nobody knows about this, but walk over to the semi in the back of, I believe it was A lot. No. Is it A? Yeah, A lot. And Metallica was going to play, and I was like, no way. So I walked over there, and sure enough, the side of that semi rolled up, and they just tore it up, and it was so cool. Playing all the old stuff. It was so rad. That's a memory I'll never forget.
That's right.
That's a cool show.
So what about you, Patty? Talk a little bit. I know you had a few of the tailgates you want to talk about, so let's hear it.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know what? With all of my gear on, it's really hard to eat, but I can drink. So I want to give a big shout out to all the tailgates that always made sure I had a cocktail. Like I mentioned Yvonne earlier. Boy, doing shots over there with Yvonne, doing shot skis with the crew. I love hanging out with the Bad Boys of Barbecue because I found that a good meeting place for folks that you see on the road. Of course, every game I went to was a road game coming up from San Diego. But Bad Boys of Barbecue, and Kurt's such a great guy, and just wonderful friendships and wonderful memories. And then heading over to Skull Lady and Brian B, and then into Raiderville. But it's an experience that it can't be duplicated, because the hearts were so open. And you would pass rival fans, even especially the Charger fans, living in San Diego. They're like, God, you guys are great up here. You guys throw the best parties. You're so friendly, and of course there's the friendly jaw jacking, and there's the pinheads, and then there's the whole mix of the community. But I was kind of a moving target, because I did like to get into the seats early, and it takes me so long to get ready to start with. So it's already a long day by the time I get to the stadium, as Skulls could probably attest to with that drive. But a bit of a nomad, enjoying all of the families, the friends, meeting new people, making just those wonderful memories, and always running into somebody that you know and you love. The family, somebody was talking about the family earlier, and this is a true story. Before I moved to Vegas, excuse me, I had some hand surgery and I needed help moving. So I put a little call out to Facebook for the Raider Nation. I said, Grandma Raider needs a little help. It's really just loading all these packed boxes. And I had 15 people show up to help me. And, I'm getting a little emotional, because that meant the world to me. And from that moment on, I really have made some lifelong friends, and it's just a beautiful thing when you open your heart. It's beautiful.
That's awesome. Yeah, I joined the Silver and Black of Central Texas in 2006. Growing up a Raider fan from 1990 till then, I felt like one of the only people that was a Raider fan in the world. But in 2006, that's when I really started to learn what the Raider Nation was all about, man. And yes, those people I still call family to this day. Call in and check on them. Call in on the holidays. We share pictures of our children. I mean, it's Raider Nation, man, is truly a family, and it's a special fan base to be a part of, and something that's definitely worthy of sharing with Generation Next, as Wayne likes to say.
Right.
So for Dub, you guys, y'all are singing songs about Gorilla Rilla, Oaktown Pirate, The Violator. I mean, you guys know almost everybody. So talk a little bit about what the Tailgates, what meant to you, and what the superfans mean to you.
Oh, wow. Well, we tailgate, right? I would like to go with the route first, all right? Because we have a crazy, we walk every game. We have to do this route. And we start at the 6-6 mob, say what's up to Grizz, Tony Goose. Then we hit the black hole, get shots, say what's up to everybody over there. Hit D-Lot, say what's up to everybody over there. Hit the infamous B-Lot, say what's up everybody. Then go hit with Skolsby with Bad Boys, and have some food and some moonshine. And by then we are Raider ready to go in the game.
Raider ready, that's awesome.
Yeah, we have a bunch of Raider Aid, and we are Raider ready.
Sounds like it. Moonshine? Hell yeah, I know you get ready after that.
Oh yeah.
But at any point that route could get interrupted and taken to another route.
Oh yeah.
Or a car.
Dougie Doug. What's up, Doug? it's fun, man. It's like, I think Bear said it. Somebody said, I was listening. It's like you already out of party and the game is second. I mean, but we're gonna go to the game. But
yeah.
But, I mean, we're in this parking lot and we're just happy.
I don't think you. I mean, I'm sure you're gonna see it in a lot of places, but you're not gonna see the amount of blunts being smoked in a parking lot like that.
Oh my God, Oakland puts it up.
And all the sound systems, everybody playing all those classic tracks and bumping some hyphy shit from the Bay.
Yeah, I called it a melting pot of love, because it was just everybody just got along. It was just incredible. Everybody just got along. I've never seen a fight in Oakland with our brothers. Ever.
That's cool, because a lot of people talk about. That's cool though that you've never seen a fight, because you know, a lot of people talk about how the Oakland they brought in family. Some players, you know, talk about their family being worried about how rowdy the Raider Nation could have, you know, it was rumored to be, right? But you know, if you were traveling to all those parking lots and those, you know, and you weren't seeing fights like that, dude, that really just speaks volumes that the Raider Nation has been misinterpreted throughout the years. You know, you see, you know, Raider players when they get in trouble, right? If they played for the Raiders, even if it was just for a second, they got the Raider jersey on. So, you know, I mean, I've been told that representing the Raiders and the Raider Nation is about being positive, because you don't want that negative influence, or you don't want that negative, you know, how you don't want people to see you negative when you're doing such great things for the community and for each other, you know. So you know, so it's special what y'all were doing over there.
You know, I was in, go ahead, Aaron.
Oh, you got it. You go first.
I was in Canton one year, and I think 2015, and I was with the late Poncio Bill, a diehard Bills fan who unfortunately passed away young, very young, in his 30s. But he was telling me, I always wanted to go to Oakland, but everybody tells me, don't go there, I'll get shot. and I laughed. And I said, okay, you buy a flight. You buy a flight, I got you the rest of the way. That's all you got to do is buy a flight. And he came out, and I gave him the seat next to me, and I sent my wife, and she went and sat with Raider Ron, and he said it was the best experience he had ever had. And I talked to him probably 2 weeks before he died, and he said, yeah, I remember you brought me down to the black hole, and I still have that dent in my sombrero. He warmed his pride. Like, he was so happy.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. That's cool. Wow.
That's awesome. Beautiful. That's awesome. Because, yeah, you know, it's not about... you know, hating the opposing fan base. You know, you may hate the opposing team, but yeah, you want to reach out to that fan base and show them what the Raider Nation's all about. So that's awesome that you did that.
Yeah.
That's very true. I brought a Green Bay fan and a Seattle fan, and they both said the same thing. They were like, "Man, this was amazing." So, you know, hats off to you, Skulls. That's a beautiful memory.
Oh yeah,
that is.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I've met a lot. I mean, a lot of these guys that I've met, and Patty, you've probably seen me running around with them in Oakland. But when they came to Oakland, I always took it upon myself to be kind of that enforcer that nobody messed with them. You know, I mean, good, friendly banter was one thing, but never to feel threatened. Never to feel threatened.
Exactly. Little jaw jacking's good. We all enjoy that.
Right.
Right. Be the host, you know, get their back, you know, absolutely.
So we're too drunk talking to our friends to mess with you.
All right, cool, guys. Look, I'm running a little behind, man. I've had some issues tonight, but, man, I appreciate y'all coming on here. Skulls, thanks again, dude. This is the first time you've been on here, man. I really appreciate it. But before I let y'all go...
Absolutely. Thanks for the invite, guys.
Hey, no problem. But before I let y'all go, we'll go with Masca, Skulls, and then Mr. Greenleaf and Raider Mystic. Tell the Raider Nation how to find y'all on social media.
Well, I'm kind of a spaz, so all I'm going to say is it's Patty McGee on Facebook, and then put in Masquerader any way you want to spell it. You might find me.
There you go. Let's see. My wife started an Instagram for the Skulls character, and I think it's Raider_Skulls on Instagram, and then just you'll find a lot of photos of me on my Facebook page just under my name, Shay Olot, which good luck trying to spell that. Just go to Patty's page. You'll find me that. Just go to find Patty, and then you'll find me. Work your way through Patty to get to me.
And that links to Fort Dub.
Oh my goodness, Homer, this has been wonderful. I love all y'all, and just a shout out to the Raider Nation. Be good to each other, take care of each other, and help each other out.
Amen to that.
Me to go? All right. Let me say rest in peace to Ron Zaragoza and T.I. Brown.
Yes.
KK, Veronica, and Pirate for sure. Miss y'all. And you can find on Facebook Shalif Perkins. Shalif is spelled Shaleef Perkins. YouTube is 4Dub. And I have another channel, it's Greenleaf Production. Twitter is Shalif Perkins. And my Instagram is Mr. Greenleaf LBC.
Or you can reach out to me.
And we're all linked to Patty and Skulls.
Oh yeah, we all just go through Patty.
Patty and we should all come up.
If you need to talk to us, talk to Patty.
Love you guys. Thank you, Homer.
Hey, no problem. Y'all take it easy. Love y'all too.
Yeah,
Right
just right on. Are we good?
Well, you can tell them where to find you, Aaron.
You don't want to find me? What'd you do?
You can find me on the Soul Raider. No, it's I got my name's Aaron Chambers. You know, Raider Mystic, 4Dub. Yeah, just like the group Steel on Facebook, 4Dub. Go to YouTube, subscribe. We almost at 1,000, so hit a couple more. And
yes, please subscribe.
And hey, if I just won this contest here in Bend as the biggest football fan.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. I voted, just to let you know. I did vote, bro.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Next we're getting Violator ready to win his. And shout out to Gorilla and Smiley out there and the Hazmat Boys and Lonnie Cash and all the Raider music in the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. Respect.
Respect.
All right, y'all. Have a good night.
Yep.
Peace.
All right, Raider Nation, there you go. Make sure you find Masquerader, Skulls, and 4Dub on social media and show your support. We're running behind, so let's go ahead and get going because we got these guys coming on next.
Raider Nation for Life mixtape volume 6 entitled Raider Love. Get some on it, baby. Let's do this.
The Raider Nation for Life mixtape volume 6.
Sweep the leather deeper than key sweat. Creepers and creepers, neighbors go to check. Love to deal with peace. We living like we the best. Reachers and bleachers wind up broken necks. You see, it's simple and see. We ain't the one that you test. My people get lethal when haters wanna flex. Raiders, sequels, stay alive with fever. Situations get you caught up, should've left it with beaver. Suckers get lethal, them fucking lies can't hang. Real G's who be sagging, boom, fire like bang. I guess you want me explain. I'm John Madden, the same. Fuck Empire bandwagon, I'm your gang. Talking shit if we lose, but when you win, you come out. We action pussies, we your band, pop you in the mouth. It's about that Raider life, it's about that Raider love. It's about keeping tight and shutting all the haters up. You motherfuckers know it's a Raider thing. And while you watching, this the type of shit you can't explain. The Mad Max off the edge, here to bring the pain. Keep it rockin', 4Dub, we don't need the fame. They be cursing cause the shit is in our Raider veins. Y'all can copy, cause y'all will never be the same. Now we stopping y'all, better tuck the chain. Cause it's simple when we're looking at your stupid lane. Silver, black, and silver, homie, let it rain. And do it like you violate until you walk with cane. Then toss a little lighter with you hooked to some propane. Like the equalizer, time until you see the flame. Like Kevin Costner, kinda scary in the open range.
It's Raider Mystic, I'm back and it's time to just can't relate. Hold up, United Nations in this Raider gang. Dropping only dope tracks for y'all to bang. Dealing Raider music as the fans reuse it. Some abuse it like dealers, the addicts slang. Bringing that fire and taking you higher. Hands up, raised like Julio Bata from Jamaica. We blaze. Mr. Greenlee, another producer. Listen to the music, turn it up. It's your life now, it's time to choose it. Bang, bang, the Raider to the boogie. Say up, jump the boogie to the bang, bang. Raider, we hot, and you don't stop. Raider love to the very last drop. Raider love. The kind of love spreads across the world. We done that. It's that Raider love. The kind of love that hits you, get you in the front back. It's that Raider love. All kinds of songs that always make you want to bump that. It's that Raider love. The kind of love that always make you want to come back. It's that Raider love. It's that Raider love. It's that Raider love. It's that Raider love. It's that Raider love.
Hey, what's up? This is your girl Black Ice. Want to send a shout out to 4Dub. Congratulations on your mixtape Volume 6.
Raider Nation throwing that dub up, the 4-dub, and we all up in the stadium.
Raider Nation for Life mixtape volume 6 entitled Raider Love. Get some on you, baby. Let's do this.
The Raider Nation.
For life. Mixtape.
Volume
6.
Raider love.
The kind of love that spreads across the world. We done that.
It's that Raider love.
The kind of love that hits you, get you in the front back.
It's that Raider love.
All kinds of songs that always make you want to bump that.
It's that Raider love.
The kind of love that always make you want to.
All right, Raider Nation. Welcome back to OakTown Legends. Of course, I got the Violator and Senor Raider on. We're hoping that Darth Vader will be able to join us here shortly. But hey, it's always a pleasure to have the OakTown Legends, the Violator, and Senor Raider on. So how y'all doing tonight, fellas?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Doing good.
Doing fantastic, brother. Look, just listening to all the love, man, and it feels like we're at a tailgate, and I'm sitting in my house.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're shooting for here at the Raider Homer channel with OakTown Legends, is to bring all that back, relive that. And you two, man, y'all been doing it for a long time. And, Sean, like a lot of people talk about how Wayne inspired you, man. And so I'm kind of hoping that you're going to be the glue of this segment, dude. So, talk a little bit about meeting Wayne for the first time and what it took to get to the point to sitting next to him, in the stadium.
Oh man, it all started, when we're down in L.A. I think it was my last year. It was probably like 90, 93, 92. I think it was 92. I was still in the Marines. I got a weekend off, and I said, I'm going to get a ticket to the Raider game. I got to go to the Raider game. And I get there in the parking lot and having a good old time, and I start walking. And who do I run into? I run into Violator. And I said, "Damn, dude, you look great, man. I love that shit, dude. I mean, you're the ultimate Raider right there." And I said, "You know what? When I grow up, I want to be just like you." And he told me, "Just be original." I said, "Okay, no problem." So, over the years, come up to the Raider games up. I started going to Oakland, Raider games up there, and then I decided to move up here. 97. And then the first year I started dressing up was 98. And I run into Violator. I go, "Here, I'm here, dude." And he's like, "Oh, all right, brother. All right, cool, man. Oh, yeah. I like it. And I said, I'm not complete yet. I still got, more stuff to do. I got to, get my outfit together. Because all I had back then was just my original shoulder pads from high school, my original jersey, which just said Camacho on the back. A beanie. I think I had a bandana. And just some shorts. And I said, "Hey, I'm a work in progress." And he's all, "Yeah, you'll get there." So then it was, let's say, 2000. I think it was 2000. That's when I finally started wearing my sombrero. I finally got it. I made a trip down to Mexico. I went down to
Cabo San Lucas. I went down to Mazatlan. I went down to Mazatlan on a cruise, and I found the sombrero. I said, "Oh, here, that's the final piece right there." And then in 2000, and then I got my season tickets in '98, and it took me about 4 years, to keep changing seats, see if I get closer to Violator. And then when I actually did change my seats, I thought it was the next aisle over. So I went down to the preseason game, and the guy's all, "You're in my seat." I'm like, "No, this is my new seats. I just got these." He's like, "No, dude, you're in the next rollover." I said, "You gotta be kidding me." "Oh, hell yeah." So I walk down and I'm all, "Yeah, I'm here now, I'm here." And then he's like, Violator comes up to me and goes, "Oh, what took you so long?" I said, "Man, I've been trying, man. I've been trying." And then when I got the seats, I didn't even know I was sitting next to you. I was like, "Oh, shit, hell yeah." I just wanted to get closer, 50-yard line. And I had those 2 seats open right there. I was like, "Oh, yeah. Aisle seats? Oh, yeah. Perfect."
That's awesome.
So I was there since I think it was 2003. It was right after the Super Bowl. That's when I got it.
So, Wayne, Wayne, there's, a lot of people, attribute their inspiration to seeing you do what you do. But what's it like when you see somebody like Sean pull up next to you after he tells you so long ago, that he was going to be there? What does that mean to inspire that many people? I know that you're very humble, and that's not what you set out to do, but it's what happened. So, and now here you're on the verge, and be sure you vote every day at FordHallOfFans.com until February 1st, which is tomorrow or the next couple of days. But now you're on the verge of possibly entering the Hall of Fame, nominated by Howie Long, which is, if you've heard Wayne here on the shows in the past, Howie was one of the people that inspired Wayne. So what does that feel to inspire so many people?
Well, Homer, it's beyond a fan's dream. And when I'm saying a fan's dream, you can't even come up with something like that. When I met Senor and he told me that, and it was sincere, and I'm just like, be original. And when I saw him, I was so proud. I'm like, look at this guy looking like nobody else. He's got his own look, and his attitude was what drew me to him. So for us to spend well over 20 years sitting beside each other, we've got some stories, bro. Some we can tell, some we can't. But just that relationship, like I say, that's a true brother of mine under the shield. And you always hear me talk about we're united under the shield. From wherever you are, it doesn't matter. Don't bring that garbage that somebody told you into where we are, because it's almost like church, like somebody said earlier. It's like church.
Yeah, that's exactly how I look at it. I've compared the Raider Nation to, Comic Cons, Oktoberfest in church, because they're the camaraderie, the bonds that you create, letting loose, man, and letting your feelings, take control and being yourself. And, dude, those are fantastic things that, come from being at the Oakland Tailgates and, the Oakland Raider, Oakland events that I went to in Oakland also. Those were fantastic experiences, and you guys led the way for that, and I can really appreciate that, and I know a lot of other people do. But yeah, you got some great stories. Some you can, and some you can't tell. What can you tell?
Well, we've got quite a few good ones, but I'd just like to, first of all, give thanks to all the fans that I've met over my 29 years of dressing. It's truly been, like I say, a dream. It prompted me to write a book which comes out next month. Wrote my autobiography from my childhood watching the Raiders in Mississippi to moving to California to actually going to the games in person, to let my alter ego out, which, that's what it's all about. When you dress in character, this is just showing the world how you feel all the time. But Sundays are a special day for us to come out. So we're fellowshipping and celebrating every time we're on that blacktop together.
Yeah, Sean, I know you got some stories. Hell, we talked last night, man, so let's hear them, bro.
Well, I remember a story. I actually talked to Gorilla, and he approved it, said I could talk about it. Was in 2006, me and him went to the Hall of Fame for Madden's induction, and we got to watch the parade and watch the induction and have lunch with the inductees. And I remember just me and him. I told him, hey, we got a spot right here for the parade. Don't go anywhere. Just stay here because it's not really hot, but it's humid and it's gonna get hot later on. And with your mask on, you're not gonna be able to function correctly. And he's like, yeah, I know, senor, I know. And I said, okay, dude, I'm telling you right now. Listen to what I'm telling you right now. 'Cause I love you, man. I don't want it to happen to you. And he's like, yeah. So I turn around, start putting on my war paint, and as I'm looking in the mirror, or actually in the window, I see him take off. I'm like, oh man, I gotta go catch up to him. So I catch up to him all because we're at the end of the parade, and I walk up the whole parade at the beginning, and there he is. And I said, dude, didn't I just tell you not to walk over here? Yeah, I know, senor, but I had to come. And I said, all right, dude. I said, well, I'll walk back with you, but it's gonna be hot, The blacktop's hot already, and just be careful. And he's like, all right. So he's doing his thing, doing the Gorilla's thing, and I was like, all right. So we get back to the bus that we were on, and I turn around and I said, hey, where's the Gorilla at? And they said he's over at the bank making a deposit. I said, what? So I look at the bank, and the bank's closed. The bank's closed. But over the bushes, I see Gorilla yakking over there. I said, oh no, he didn't listen. He's already overeaten. So then we have to go to the induction, for for Madden and stuff. And we're in the little stadium, and he's already got heat exhaustion or heat stroke, or he's got something. So I'm trying to pour water on his head, but I got to take his mask off, and he will not let me take his mask off. No, you can't do it, senor. I can't do it. I said, dude, you're gonna die out here, dude. No, I'm okay. I said, no, take your mask off. So what I ended up doing was I had to take off my sombrero and put it over his face so nobody could see him. Then I took off his mask and I started putting a little water on his head, and let him drink a little bit. And by this time, some actual old Raider players, Don Bella and a couple of other players, they saw what was happening, so they went and got bottled water for him too. And we started putting water and put a towel around him, wet towel around him, and he was a mess, poor guy. He just wasn't expecting it. And then by that time it was really hot. I remember that day it was really hot. And then I finally got him back to our room, and he took a shower. We had dinner. And then we were supposed to go out with Skull Lady and all her friends. And he's like, nah, so, I'm gonna stay in. I'm still good. I said, okay, I'll stay with you, man, because I don't want nothing to happen. You want to make sure you're okay. He's like, yeah. All right, yeah, okay. I got you, senor. And I said, all right, dude, no problem, man. Just let's say we're all together, man. We came in together. We're leaving together. He's like, I got you, senor. So that was a good time there. Except for him, his heat stroke.
Whoa, hold on, my bad. All right, bro. All right, cool.
Hey,
all right. Now we got Darth Raider joining the conversation. I appreciate you showing up, Darth Raider. We were just finishing up Senor's story with Gorilla at the Hall of Fame, where he was making a deposit in the bank, man. So look, this is something that all you guys are similar in, right? I mean, that is dedication, the way that story is, right? Rilla is dedicated to his cause. Whenever I talk to somebody, they talk about him, yes, not taking off the mask, never giving up. I've seen him in person. We've talked about Raider Nation Explosion. He's beating the chest. The dude is always moving. He's dedicated to it. And, all three of you guys have done the same thing. So now that we got Darth Raider joining the conversation, Darth, when I first went to Oakland, dude, I went through your tailgate, and you had the whole shebang, man. It was awesome. The big Darth Raider blow-up figure. You had, like my daughter, she went in a little throw the football, and she got, on target. It was cool. And even one, I had a football with me I was anticipating getting some autographs with, and somebody in your camp put the ball up for me when I went in the stadium, because I didn't know you couldn't take it in there. And then we came back out, And lo and behold, there's our football. I mean, like, your dedication to the Raider Nation and putting on that tailgate was fantastic, man. So talk about that. You know, what inspired you to make that tailgate like that and be so dedicated, like a Violator, Senor Raider, and a Gorilla Rilla?
First off, to mention, man, Gorilla is just, I think we all agree, man. He's just our hero. He's definitely the heart and dedication of all of us, you know. I got a chance to meet him every time. Not to mention, he's not only a great fan, he's a great friend. There's only one friend that I know that texts me still to this day. Gospel and words of God every day, and that's him, man. My brother don't even do that. I'm like, why don't you do this? Second, I'd like to congratulate Violator, man. That's great, man. That Howie Long thing is just special. I'm cheering for you. Hopefully you already got it.
Appreciate it, bro. I don't know yet. I'm still waiting.
Yeah. Oh, you get it, man. You get it, man. You live, dude. Thirdly, as I mentioned, I can't really take credit. My brother has transformed the tailgate into something that even I couldn't imagine. My father, God rest his soul, couldn't imagine. He, you know, his life and dedication is making the Dark Side Tailgate what it is, and he traveled a bit, man. He don't want to stop. Like Vegas, I assume we'd only do like a few times, but man, he wants the whole shebang. So I guess we'll be there when they get this thing all ready. And you know, you're welcome, always welcome, Raider Homer, to bring up the family again. And I'm sure we'll have even more, dude. I'm sure, you know, all of you are welcome, of course. Senor, Gorilla, Violator, Skulls, etc., man. I've seen you all there, and I love you for being there. And I appreciate every one of you.
Man,
but you see Homer right there. Hey, Homer, right there. Just how Charles spoke that so eloquently. You know what we have out there. You can't and I think Patty mentioned it. You can't duplicate that. We've had fans that have been converted. I've had a family member converted just this past year, 2019 rather, crossed over from New York Giants to the Raiders because of the camaraderie that we have in the parking lot. Like I say, the game is almost secondary. But, you know, when we leave that fellowship, going inside the game, we're clocking in. That's my phrase. We're clocked in just like we're going to work. And it's all about business in there. But like you say, now as things change, that spirit, and like I think my boss hit on that earlier in the show, that will never change. We travel with that. So the newer fan bases, you know, you can't reconvert us because we've been doing this for decades. So, you know, we hope the infusion process is peaceful and calm, but we're stronger united than we are fighting against each other.
Absolutely. I think, you know, like I've mentioned earlier, you know, dedication, unity, culture, tradition, all those are words that keep coming up when I speak to you guys individually. And so, yeah, to extend that olive branch out to the Vegas fan after putting in so much work, man, and doing so much to create this culture and these traditions, man, I think that's a fantastic thing. But, yeah, I mean, here we are, right? The Vegas move. But, you know what? Let's just, I don't know what else to say to that, you know, because I do want to just celebrate OakTown legends, but it's hard not to mention Vegas, you know. But I don't know. It's tough. What do you guys? I mean, yeah, I know you want unity and things like that, but how do you foresee it unfolding? Like, how do we go about unifying the Raider Nation when right now, you know, it's just so conflicted?
Me, I think we just do it by example. You know, just keep going out there, supporting the team. You know, people and all the negative people things people say. To say, hey, you know what? Hey, we're like I said, we were in Oakland. Now we're in Vegas. You know, we used to be in L.A. Now we're into Oakland. Now we're back in Vegas. Now we're in Vegas. You know, we like I said, we have to become one. You know, people are breaking off in different groups, getting mad about this, getting mad about that. Hey, it's just, you know, hey, we're in Vegas now. You know, long as wherever the Raiders play, that's where we are. You know, I was highly upset when they left. You know, but I got over it. Nothing I can do about it. So, like I said, no matter what, I'm still gonna, I'm still bleed silver and black. That's my team. Raiders, my team, no matter what. I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah, it's a touchy subject. It's hard to wrap your mind around it because it's not going to be the same. The things that y'all did in Oakland were special, and they'll be legendary for the rest of the world, or for the rest of the time, So yeah, but Wayne, like what would you like to see? What steps would you like to see taken, to bring that unity right now into the Raider Nation?
Well, my thing is, and this is like I say, this is just my take on it. Now, I've seen it, and I feel like an old man in it. But here's the thing: I respect all the fans from all over the world and what their vision of the Raider Nation is, and it's not a divided or dysfunctional family. Now, we joke about that internally, but outside to the rest of the world, we are trying to show that oneness, that one nation, that we've been using that banner forever. And it takes this, just remaining humble. It's about the shield, and it's about everybody, and we all got enough to eat because the man upstairs will provide that. But to get poisoned, so to speak, with all the negativity, and you notice I always try to take the positive road. I hear all the other stuff, but I don't want that to weigh my boat down because we're trying to get across the water, and everybody needs to take an oar and row and help this ship keep moving into the future because it's a business. We're fans of it, and it's a lifestyle for us, but you're not going to change how things operate by pulling away. Pull closer together. That is the medicine. Get closer together. We'll agree to disagree on certain matters, but under that shield, nothing else matters. Like somebody spoke earlier, race, creed, gender, we don't care about none of that. The only colors when we get together are silver and black.
Yep. And Charles, you came a little late into this, and we're almost out of time. But I want to ask what your advice would be to the Raider Nation moving forward.
Exactly what my brother said, man. I mean, both of you, Wayne and Senor, inspiration to me. And it's basically, one and the same, man. My attitude is I mean, we've been there for decades. We've been there for 25 plus years, It's an achievement for all of us to actually still be where we're at after so long, man. And we've been there. We've been there at this point longer than players.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
yeah.
You got to think of it like we've lived through pretty much every kind of moment you could possibly imagine in the Coliseum. We've done our duties, we've done charity work, etc. We've done our interviews and Hall of Fames, and etc. And I think it's now our duty to educate these guys. We got the right philosophy, right? I mean, we already know what Raider Nation is, what it will be, what it will continue to be. We just have to teach these young bucks, man. The more I see, dense negativity and isolation and division. I mean, that's what this country's about right now, too. I mean, we, as a country, it's just division. We're supposed to bring the united, the unity within what we find joy. And what we find joy in is the Raider Nation. And I think it's all of us, and to educate the youth and all of our factions and groups and teams to sort of, put that positive light. Exactly what Wayne was saying, man. It's that positivity, that keeps people drawn to us, man. I mean, there's a point, we didn't all ask for this. It just was kind of bestowed. We love what we did. We became who we were and are, and people are drawn to us. And, Senor, I mean, it's the same thing, man. It's just such a positive vibe, and Mark, and it just continues to grow. And as long as we keep that same attitude and have faith in the Raider Nation, people will just still go on. We ain't got time for that negative shit. I mean, we'll keep going regardless.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I always say, Homer, you always hear me say, man, we are no more than ambassadors. Now, that's as humble as you can be. All we are greeters. We greet everybody, whether you're in a silver and black jersey or red, purple, green. We could care less. But come in and break bread with us so you can take out a positive story of how you were treated. And you multiply that story times the thousands over the years. And that's my mission with Generation Next, because they don't really, they've grown up in it, but with the negativity out there, they're confused. It's like, look, it's about the shield. When you get confused, when you hear negativity, look at that shield. That guy right there with those two swords been through a whole lot of stuff, but he never changed his stance in life. That's what we are. We live this. There is no all season for us. So to teach Generation Next, which is that next tier of fans coming up, so that they will have that same pride that you hear coming out of all of us as we speak. It's about the years and how we grew up, and nothing changed our demeanor about our team. Yeah, we're upset if the team doesn't do as well as expected, but that's the measure of a true fan. You want the best for your team. So I'm never going to lower that bar. I always expect the best out of them because they haven't changed that shield. They haven't changed the colors. And to me, they still are our gladiators on the field.
Amen to that. All right, Senor Raider, you got any final thoughts?
No, I think I'm good.
Oh, man. Hey, bro, you called me last night, bro, and I answered that call, dude. You started talking, man. I was excited to hear some of the things that you're into, bro. We got to get together and compare collections, man, because, that was cool, man.
Yeah, we had a good conversation. And the funny thing is, like I said, I was telling everybody, I got your text about the time and stuff, and I was like, oh, I got the wrong date. And so I called yesterday. I said, oh, I'm sorry, I'm late. And you're like, no, it's tomorrow, man. I'm like, oh, good.
Well, I'm still working on getting organized. Raider Rob, man, he gets on my ass all the time about it.
All I had to do is look at the message, and it would have told me. But I just saw that 7:30. And it's like 8:15 last night. I'm like, oh man, I missed it. I'm up.
Well, no worries, brother. I'm glad you made it tonight, man. I appreciate it. And Charles, I know you came in a little late, and my apologies, man. I should have made sure that we had the right number. Of course, sometimes every time during the shows, sometimes we run a little late. But can you got any final thoughts you want to share with the Raider Nation? Darth Raider?
Hello?
Hello? All right, Wayne, you got any final thoughts?
Sorry, you there?
Oh, yeah, we're here.
There he is.
Sorry, yeah, I'm here again. Sorry, guys.
No problem. You got any final thoughts for the Raider Nation?
Yeah, definitely. Sorry, I pushed mute for a second. I just wanted to have you guys know, man, I love you, man. Wayne, Senor, Homer, everybody, Gorilla, everybody out there that's still doing work. And I see you guys pretty much all on media, and I'm rooting for you 100%, man. And everybody who has it like that, I mean, just as far as just continue your message, your strong growth in the Raider Nation, and continue to show love, man. 'Cause, yeah, we didn't need to hear that other stuff, man. And you see it all over social media. Rise above it, because we know who we are, man. We know who the Raider Nation is. We know the history. I also wanted to give a shout out to the Raiders in general. Happy birthday today. Established on January 30th, in 1960.
Yep.
That's just, I mean, and we're still here, man. We're still here.
Yeah.
And I just want to tell everybody to continue, man. Continue with positivity, supporting your team, and doing it right, man. Let's all show those Vegas actually kids how to do it, when we get there. I can't wait to see you all. Love you.
Love you too, man.
Right on, brother. Right on.
Oh, yeah. Well, I have one thing for the beautiful black whole Steph. I don't know what's in the cup. After 9 o'clock, nobody knows what's in the big cup.
It doesn't matter anymore after that.
It starts off with Modelo and Corona, and after that, we don't know anymore. Definitely past 10 o'clock, and your guess is as good as mine.
Jack Daniels, etc.
Literally everything. Just like I remember one time we went to Miami, and I ran into whose mom was that? What was it? I can't remember his name, but his mom. Anyway, anyway, I can't remember her name, but his mom came up to me and she goes, "Senor, what's in your cup?" And I go, I don't know, just beer. And she pours Henny in it. Not no more. Mama Lynch. That's what it is. Mama Lynch. Oh, baby, what's in your cup? I said, beer. So not no more. And she did that to me a couple times. I'm like, oh man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was like, oh, thank you, Mama Lynch. I said, trying to get me drunk. So yeah, baby.
That's cool. All right, so Wayne, you got any final thoughts for the Raider Nation on the way out?
Well, listen, through everything that we're dealing with, let's just try to do better as a family. I won't call us a fan base because that's doing us a disjustice. Let's do better as a family. Put our differences aside and focus on what we're really doing this for, because it's going to affect generations behind us for years, and we all want to leave, like I say, some positive footprints in concrete, so that they know how to be. Because as long as we're silver and black, we will be misunderstood. Make no bones about that. But that to me is a badge of honor, because I want you to get close enough to find out what I'm really about. So if each one of us takes that same mantra, dude, we have the power to change the world.
Amen to that.
Let's do it.
All right, cool. So I know everybody knows where to find y'all on social media, but let's go ahead and go through that again and make sure people that may not know will be able to find y'all. So, Senor, how do you find you on social media?
I'm on Facebook under Sean Camacho, SeanCamacho.
All right, Darth Raider.
Picture of me.
He hit mute again. Wayne, tell everybody how to find you on social media.
Well, you can find me on Twitter at Violator57, Facebook Wayne Mabry 57, and on Instagram Mabry Wayne. Just my first and last name switched. Mabry Wayne. Just look for that strike face, and you know you're at the right spot.
And we got a little more time for the voting, so tell the Raider Nation where to go to vote for you to be in the Hall of Fame here this year.
Yeah, we're down to the final crunch. This is 4th and inches, and we're not punting the ball. We're not kicking field goals. We're going into the end zone. So let's put that final push in these last 2 days. Go to FordHallOfFans.com. Just hit my black stripe face, and let's make this happen. I don't want to have Howie drive out to my house for nothing.
Hey, get to work, Raider Nation. I know I've been voting every day.
And you can vote, on every
device
that you have.
Yep.
Every device you have, once a day.
Once a day.
Turn them up, baby.
All right, Charles, tell the Raider Nation how to find you on social media.
So yeah, I'm on also Facebook. I got a fan page on Facebook as well. Lord of the Sith on Instagram. I've just been the last hour. There's another Darth Raider. God forbid. You guys don't know how it is. They just sort of, your clones show up. But I got to see some nice pictures of me. That was pretty cool. So I got a DarthRaider.com. I didn't invent either. The real guys know what's up. They'll get the news back to me. So
you should tag them. You should tag the photos.
No, I comment. I'm like, hey man, that's a nice sign you got there. Oh shit, it's me. I should give them a lashing, but hey man, again, positivity, man. Once you know who you are, it doesn't matter. Yeah, Instagram, Lord of the Sith, Facebook page, and whatever. Yeah, Twitter, I think I'm on, etc.
Just get the dark one.
All right, cool.
I gotta get some copyright.
I know. I got a shirt that says Vader was framed.
All right, cool. Well, I appreciate y'all coming on here to celebrate the birth of the Oakland Raiders and the fans that made the Oakland Tailgates legendary. It's been an honor talking to y'all. Thanks again, man. Thanks again to all three of y'all.
Oh yeah, anytime, man. Anytime.
Pleasure having us. Look, and we have to give credence to our brothers and sisters that we've lost over the years, man. It
Oh, yeah.
wouldn't be right if we didn't say, kudos to those guys, man. Look, they stomped the yard with us too. And we're blessed in that respect that we're still here to keep going forward.
Yep.
Oh yeah, yeah. We miss OakTown Pirate, Raider Gloria.
Pirate, Gloria, Kings.
Oh,
Bedazzled.
man,
Yeah.
Yep. Wow.
Respect. Oh, respect, man. Legends.
General? Yeah, the General?
Absolutely. The General? Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Later on, man, Raiders.
Yeah. We've lost some good ones, man, so we can never forget those guys because they're part of our story.
Yep.
Bedazzled?
Yeah.
Bedazzled.
Yeah.
Oh, man, Bedazzled.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Skates. Yeah, Skates. Oh, I forgot Skates.
She was one of the only, Bedazzled, in London. I mean, I didn't recognize her. For a while, I didn't recognize her, man. She gave me so much love, and we hung out, She's a legend, man. Love her. Much respect for her family.
All right, cool. Well, I appreciate it. Y'all cannot wait to get y'all back on here. Talk more about the Oakland Tailgates.
Oh, yeah. That's another story. But look, keep doing what you're doing, brother, because like I say, we got your back. Keep it positive, but be that historian and recreate all of this. So one day, one of these famous Hollywood directors will actually do a story on the Raider Nation.
You never know, man. You never know.
I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah. All right, cool.
I mean, you've seen Gorilla on HBO, man. I mean, he's doing HBO sports. I'm like, that could be all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, y'all have a good night, and we'll get y'all back on here to share more stories.
No,
you got it, brother.
All right.
Much love.
Much love.
All right.
All right, bye.
Yep. Thanks.
Woo-wee, Raider Nation. That's, man, hearing from the legends right there, paying their respects, talking about unity, family. Hey, you're right, Violator. Calling it a fan base, that's a disservice, so I should definitely be referring to us as a family. We talk about it a lot, so I make sure to do that. But yeah, man, these guys paved the way for us to be a family. Find them on social media, support them in every way you can. Go to FordHallOfFans.com and vote for Wayne to enter the Hall of Fame. Oh man, dude, that's special, right? That's special. Can you imagine putting all that work in and getting that kind of credibility, man? That's special, and he doesn't even do it for that, right? He doesn't do it for the recognition. He does it for the love of the team and the love of the fan base. But yeah, that's awesome. All right, cool. So we are running late. I'm hoping my next callers answer the phone. Pretty sure they do. They're pretty badass guys, man. These guys, Polo, Javi, Fabian, and my brother, Cali Mark 512. Looking forward to hearing from these guys. So here we go. Oh, yeah, we're playing a brand new song. Okay, yeah. Polo said he's the executive producer of this one. So I hope I put that picture in there. If I didn't, I'm sorry, Polo.
We the bosses of bosses. Put some respect on my name. The Raider bosses of bosses. They stay respecting my game. Sometimes I wake up at 7 and take a shot of Presidente. But only with mi gente, only los jefes de jefes. We rep in the section wherever the Raider Nation is. A great relationship with all my boys who play to win. Made some friends with some sick ass vatos like Los Molosos de Monterrey. Homie, shout out Taco. Yeah, we all bosses. Like the homie Raider, my bosses. And my boy Polo was fresher than Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Some people pop locking just like Creeper. In an all black jersey and some fresh white sneakers. Just might keep her if she a Raiderette indeed. Like how me Jefe turned the mistress of the black hole to his queen. The team, you know what it be. Tiendes, Mendes. From Cali to Vegas to Arizona, we'll resend this. Living life like kings when we doing our thing. Much respect to all the compas. Yep, salute to my team. We the bosses of bosses. Put some respect on my name. The Raider bosses of bosses. They stay respected.
my game. If I had the chance to choose the first pick in the draft, Sanger banger Tom Flores, now we kicking your ass. Throwing magnificent passes from the flick of the hand. Got the defense realizing shit's hitting the fan. They need to draw up a plan, but instead they play a Pictionary. Shout out Carlitos and the Angel City Visionaries. We all legendary, props to every cruise flavor. SGV to Bakersfield with the Raider Crusaders. 2 acres of land, let's throw a festival. Porterville or San Bernardino, we grillin' vegetables. I saw the boil and some spicy ass ceviche too. Like Uncle Joe, LA Black Hole, I keep it true. We drinking brew, celebrating life and eating food. Living like kings and queens is how my people do. What up, Savage Nation and my G's from Wrecking Crew. If you got respect for me, I got respect for every crew. Yeah. We the bosses of bosses. Put some respect on my name. The Raider bosses of bosses. They stay respecting my game. Now we eatin' lavish, and on the real you taste how sweet the crab is. All you can eat steak and shrimp with the League of Bandits. My baby girl, she's the baddest, and if she wants my lobster tail, she can have it. I'ma have a drink with Nami. We keep it crackin', some don't have no idea how much love we got for this. What up, Brianna? I see it. From here to Santa Maria, the Raider Nation keeps it blacked out. No fans allowed, and still in Vegas, it's a packed house. We black, brown, Asian, white, and all colors. Still, you know we bumpin' this in Mexico like all summer. A small number of people is who I celebrate with. So if you're with me right now, enjoy the celebration. We all class acts like the homie Mad Max. Loyalty is key, there ain't no snakes allowed in NASDAQ. Always humble, but I still know I'm a bad man. Putting on a show, no gente, let me hear those hands clap. We the bosses of bosses. Put some respect on my name. The Raider bosses of bosses. They stay respecting my game. Yeah, we all bosses. All my Raider familia. We all putting in work. Salute Big Polo, mistress of the black hole. I see y'all. It's all love. Shout out Nino and the Compton Wall. Big Vic and JoJo, all the homies from the Wrecking Crew. Javier, L.O.B. Dirty Jers, what up? Cross-eye face, Marty Moore. Raider Bite-Side Cheetos. All the compas, I see y'all. Of course, big shout out to the Raider homies. Stay putting it down. Big Trouble, what up, dog? Juan Baja Raider out to TJ. Hell Raider, what up? Penguin, Captain Raider. My G Gorilla Rilla. What up, Alonzo? Can't forget about the homegirls, Amanda, Darlene, Weta, Jenna, I was cracking. Everybody else showing love. What up, old Lord? Shout out Jester. Much love, Jeremy, Aaron, and Brittany. That's real love. Cynthia I.E. Mike Deep Chill, what's good? Of course, my boy Lorenzo. Raider Crusaders right there. You know. Much love to everyone, y'all. El Jefe de Jefes Part 2 coming soon. So stay tuned. It's your homie Namek. Blackout. And we out. Vámonos. We the bosses of bosses. Put some respect on my name. The Raider bosses of bosses. They stay respecting my game. Sometimes I wake up at 7 and take a shot of Presidente. But only with mi gente, only los jefes de jefes. We rep in the section wherever the Raider Nation is. A great relationship with all my boys who play to win. Made some friends with some sick ass vatos like Los Molosos de Monterrey. Homie, shout out Tavo. Yeah, we all bosses. Like the homie Raider, my bosses. And my boy Polo was fresher than Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Some people pop like looking just like Creeper in an all-black jersey and some fresh white sneakers. Just might keep her if she a Raiderette indeed. Like how me Hefe turned the mistress of the black hole to his queen. The team, you know what it be. Tiendes, Mendes. From Cali to Vegas to Arizona, we'll present this. Living life like kings when we doing our thing. Much respect to all the compas. Yep, salute to my team. We the bosses of bosses. Put some respect on my name.
All right, Raider Nation, man, we got some legends here right now on the Raider Homer channel for OakTown Legends. We're going to hear from Fireman 4, Chewy Baca, The Bandit, and my brother, Cali Mark 512. How y'all guys doing today?
Yeah,
man, we all right. Good, baby. Come on.
Well, we know how Cali Mark's feeling. He's feeling real good right now. Just listen to him speak.
What's upper? What's upper? Northern Cali in the house.
Oh, yeah.
See.
All right, cool. So, look, man.
Sound like Javi over there, huh?
Yes, sir.
Cool, check it out. Oh, here we go. Now, look, guys. Look, you guys, just like anybody that's come on this channel, have put a lot of work in for the Raider Nation. Polo, a lot of the people that have been on this channel have been a part of the Santa Maria Parade and speak highly of you and your efforts for the Raider Nation and your leadership in the Raider Nation. Chewy, right, dude, you're killing it with all your designs, your dedication, the new character, dude, you're all over the place. You're doing a lot of different things. Cali Mar, bro, you're like the model of the Raider Nation, you know what I mean? You do a lot of great things too. And then
cut it out.
Javi, bro, you know, when I heard that you and Paul were working together to bring out this autograph with Tom Flores, I thought that was special because that goes to Tom Flores. Tom Flores, of course, Polo, you brought him on the Raider Homer channel last year during Monday Night's Live, so I truly appreciate that, and I'm glad to represent Tom Flores here anytime. So talk about that, though. Talk about, right, because some of the words we've been talking about are tradition, culture, dedication, and unity. So I think that the autograph with Tom Flores definitely shows unity, man. So talk about what brought that idea about with the Black Hole and League of Bandits doing the autograph Tom Flores picture.
You know what? It was a no-brainer. Here's the thing is, like, we were scheduled to have Tom Flores here in Santa Maria to do the autograph. Obviously, COVID shut that down. But even though COVID shut that down, we still need to raise money for the foundation. Well, Javier with the League of Bandits got a good business model, and he's been doing this with a bunch of other players. So for us, we just collaborated and then bring it together, and then it shows unity. So, you know, I went in, got some permission to be able to use the logo. And then after that, I reached out to Javier and said, hey, I got okay to do this. Then, you know, I go, what do you think? And he goes, sure, I do. I said, hey, one thing we're doing this is we're doing for 100% nonprofit. We're giving it to Tom Flores. Obviously, for me, it's a win-win. The money goes to the Tom Flores Foundation, which goes straight to Sanger, California, my hometown. So it goes straight to the school there. And what they do is with part of the Tom Flores Foundation, what they do is they get kids and they try to teach them citizenship. So each year you get the Student of the Year in one pre-class, and they actually get a nice certificate with Tom Flores' autograph. And that's just one of the things he does. And he comes back and works with the community. So it's a good program. He always has given back to Sanger. So, you know, so I called Javier and said, hey, what do you think? You want to do this? And he says, hey, you know what? I definitely want to do something like this. We're okay to do it. And so we put something in, mailed it in, got it approved. And then at the same time, I was able to use that same opportunity to go actually, me and Claudia went over there, and it was perfect timing to get engaged while I was there. So it all worked out for me. And the one thing we want to do is continue to push the pictures. I don't have the exact count, but I'm sure we're over halfway there. So, you know, please reach out, grab to Javier at the League of Bandits, get your Tom Flores autograph. It's limited of 100. And like I said, all the money goes straight to Tom Flores Foundation.
That's awesome. Like I said, that's an incredible thing to do, man. To watch out for the players, that, you know, watch out for the Raider Nation, and to make sure that they're taken care of. And hopefully he gets into the Hall of Fame this year. It's way overdue. So that we're, you know, fingers crossed. Now, Javi, check it out, man, dude. Since I've met you, dude, you've been talking about these events that you put on. I've seen you put on these events, man. You were putting in work, dude, with your clothing line, your events, bro. Well, I mean, look, I want to do kind of what you're doing, right? So, what kind of ambition do you need to do that kind of stuff, and what led you down that road?
It just comes down to passion, being a Raider fan since probably 1982, living 15 minutes south of the Oakland Coliseum. It's really one of those things where you don't believe it until you're in it, and my background is in design, promotion, and marketing. I was doing similar events in the hip hop arena. So when I made the crossover to doing the Raider events and the signings and working with the players and of course the clothing line, it was second nature to me because it was just stuff that I was used to doing on a different platform. But when you're passionate about something, the Raiders have always been a part of my life, and I'm passionate about it. So it's really just unbelievable at times. I gotta constantly pinch myself, working with some of these players, and not just current players, but Hall of Famers, and from the likes of Charles Woodson and Marcus Allen and Jim Plunkett, Tom Flores. I mean, these people are. I mean, they are the Raiders, and so when Polo reached out to me on working together, me and Polo, we go back, and I see what he's doing down south in Santa Maria, and I see his passion for bringing people together, and he's always treated me with respect and always wanted to work with me to some level. And when he reached out to me for this Tom Flores idea, it like he said, it was a no-brainer because number one, Tom is representing Latino players and coaches, and us being of Mexican descent, it's an honor and a pleasure to be part of something like this. I can't wait for this COVID stuff to die down so we can all get back together. And I got signings in the works. It really comes down to regulation. And I miss everybody. I miss seeing everybody from not just Oakland, but LA and all over the country. It's crazy how many Raider fans there are in other cities and states and even countries. It's phenomenal. I just don't know if there's another team in any sport that gets down like we do.
Not at all, man. I mean, we've been imitated, but it's never been duplicated, right? I mean, you can't do that. But yeah, the Raider Nation's an inspiration, and to the world, really, and something that I'm proud to be a part of, and I'm glad to be a part of y'all's lives, because you guys, like I said, have inspired me. Fabian, dude, like you, right? You're the president of the Porterville chapter, the Black Hole Porterville chapter. You got your clothing brand. You got the Chewy Barker persona. I mean, talk a little. We talked on the phone, dude, and you talked about your dedication to the Raiders. Even though all this time the Raider Nation has been putting in the work that in Oakland, the Raider Nation was putting in the work, but the team, wasn't necessarily doing so good. So, talk a little bit about why that's important. It's important to you to represent the Raiders no matter what.
Well, it's like a big old family, man. So it's like I'm repping with my family at all times, and the whole reason I even started Arm for Life is because, I had every single Black Sunday shirt out there. I had every single patch out there on eBay, Amazon, all that stuff. And it's like, man, I want to rep something different, and I know everybody else wants to rep something different, and all these guys that are on right now, I mean, that's my family right there, like Polo, Javi, Cali Mark. If it wasn't for Javi, he's the one that got me into the Black Hole. Seeing him out there doing his thing, and introducing me to everybody, it's all family, it's all friends, and I just feel like, I want to rep. I know everybody else wants to rep, and between all of us, I think it's so cool, so amazing that, I mean, we're putting cool stuff out there, man, for reals. I think we're taking it to another level, and it's just so awesome to see that we're repping 24/7. We're Raiders. We're Raiders day and night. Every single day of the year. And maybe other people don't understand, but we understand. We know it. We all get it. We all understand where each one of us is coming from, and maybe that's what brings us together. But create, like I told you the other day, man. I wanted to sell stuff just to be able to have some money for beers, so I could pass the beers out.
Yeah.
So everybody could just hang out, at the tent with me, and that's what it turned into. Everybody's just hanging out, drinking beers. Wherever we go, wherever event it is, we're just hanging out, listening to the music. Like if we're tailgating, like if we're in Oakland, and so many cool things that we've done. It's just, like you guys were mentioning earlier, it's never an off season. I think the off season is even busier than the regular season.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff going on in the off season, and so many opportunities to hang out with each other and see each other. I remember being at training camp and just, out there at the Marriott, drinking Charles Woodson wines and just hanging out, all of us trying to get autographs, and like Chop Talk, I'll never forget that, man. That event was off the hook, but, and I met so many cool friends there, and it's just every single time we meet up, every single time we get together, we're making more and more friends, and it's just, it's beautiful, man. I think I fell in love with that. That's my passion. I want to see everybody. I want to hang out with everybody, and that gives me inspiration. To keep going and push hard, man.
Amen to that. Now, Cali Mark, you've been a big brother to me for several years now, bro, and I appreciate everything that you've done for me, dude. You are the common thread though in this segment. You know all these guys. You, Polo, and Fabian are compas, and of course, Liga Bandits has been a friend of yours for a long, long, long time. Now, you have always, you're not one for the spotlight. Not that anybody is, but you definitely like to be, behind the scenes for the most part. Of course, in the draft, you kind of blew up with the Iron for Life hat. So, come on, bro. Talk a little bit about, why, you stay behind the scenes, and what being a part of the Raider Nation means to you.
I mean, I grew up since the early 80s, representing the Raiders, going to the games with my older brother, Mike, and used to love how the tailgates, how we used to have the tailgates popping with drink. I ain't gonna lie, I was about roughly around 14, 15 years old, smoking, all that good stuff, clowning around, snatching up shirts. That's all we have. All we did was have love and support for one another. And it was always a family and a party, you know what I'm saying? Regardless, even after the games, you know what I'm saying? So I just love to put my money into the Raider Nation and my folks that is making quality good shirts and merchandise. Actually with the draft thing, that was just, I ain't gonna even lie, that was just some pure luck shit. You know what I mean? But I definitely told my compa I was wearing that hat. You know what I mean? I told him the day of I was going to wear that hat. And if I get seen, his shit was going to blow up. And by God's grace, it all happened. You know what I mean? But you know me, man. I just like to play behind the scenes.
Yeah, man. I woke up. I was there, man. I woke up. I saw you all over ESPN. I was like, oh, shit. That's my brother, man. That was cool, bro. That was cool, man.
Right, man. That was badass.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like I said, the Raider Nation, man, is very creative. That's been one of the themes throughout this broadcast. The Raider Nation is very creative when it comes to clothing lines, graphic art, broadcasting, music. I mean, we do it all. So, I mean, of course, just this Oakland hustle and all that, but like, I mean, where did that come from? Other than the Oakland hustle, I mean, that shit's badass, dude. It's inspired people outside of Oakland. So talk a little bit about the Oakland hustle, I guess. You can start. We'll start with Javi.
Man, like I said, I've been slinging something since I can remember, and the League of Bandits is not my first clothing line. I actually had 2 other clothing lines in the hip hop genre before this. My first clothing line was called Sick Duck, from a verse that I got from Outkast, where Andre says she wanted to sick my duck. So anyway, we'll slide past that one. My next clothing line was called Urban Riot Gear, and that's when I was pushing this really dope graffiti-ish style at every Rock the Bells from here to Kingdom Come. And if you guys are not familiar with Rock the Bells, it's a huge hip-hop concert series that happens. It used to happen every year. I believe the last one was back in like 2014 or 15, something like that. But so it's just it's a level of maturation and experiencing the do's and don'ts. I've failed miserably a couple of times already, and I told myself if I was gonna do another clothing line that I was gonna give it my all. And me having the serious art background, not just a formal art background, but coming from the graffiti scene, I just always been intrigued with seeing people wear or appreciate something that I created. And Fabian can tell you this, man. It's a crazy feeling to see somebody wearing your stuff, and I guess that's kind of addicting, and that's my drug of choice, man. And I'm going to continue to put stuff out there and continue to spend a lot of money and put new product out there, as long as people are purchasing and accepting of what I'm doing, man. I think that the most pleasurable thing that I've done so far is creating the lapel pin line, honoring all the super fans and those that dress up and have been dedicated to the nation, and not just to the nation, but to the tailgates and to the traveling. If you don't know, man, it's a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of effort that goes into this nation. And with that being said, I just want to let everybody know I have a super special pin and patch set coming out. And I heard your show earlier. I know you guys were talking about this gentleman earlier, OakTown Pirate. I'm going to be doing a pin and patch set. It is authorized by his son Azel Jr. And I can't wait to put this out there for everybody to see. I also extended my pin set, which I didn't think I was going to do, to honor some more Raider super fans, Raider Goon, Jester, Skulls, and then one of the newest League of Bandit members, Little Chucky. So I want to say that I'm very appreciative and very honored that people purchase my stuff, man. It's me and Fabian have been talking about working together and doing some collaboration for a minute, so we got to put up or shut up.
Breaking news.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Yeah, nah, man.
Yeah, Fabian, you got anything you want to follow up? As far as like this addiction of creating for the Raider Nation?
You know what, Javi, man, you inspired me, man. You coming out with some dope stuff. Everything you do, man. Like that second to the last tailgate in Oakland, we were out there at 6 a.m. drinking tromba tequila.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Beast Mode.
And you busted out the cups and all that stuff, and that was dope, man. But that, that's like the tailgates we had over there on that sea lot. That was something else, man. That stuff was epic.
Tequila tromba or die, baby.
Yeah, it was. It was fun times, and at the end of the day, to me, it's all fun. If I wasn't having fun, if I didn't like it, I wouldn't do it, because creating stuff is cool, but having to do orders sucks, man. Tell you the truth. It's when you're on your creative side, you just want to create new things and you have ideas that you want to get out, but now it's time to bag merchandise up, and that comes to the the boring part or whatever, but it's cool to see people wearing your stuff, and it's all passionate. For me, number one, it's like, what would I wear? I want to be the the hardest Raider out there. I want everybody to know when they see me that, oh damn, that's a Raider fan right there. You know, like that Oakland hustler you talk about, Homers, is I used to wear white undershirts. You know, that was the thing. Everybody wore the real thick, you know, white shirts and stuff. And then I started going to the tailgates, and everybody's hustling Raider shirts. So they're making deals, buying shirts. Pretty soon, you know, like I didn't wear white undershirts no more. All my undershirts were black, and they were all Raider shirts from the stadium. You know, and I'd see, I'd go to the grocery store and I'd see somebody wearing a shirt that was sold at the stadium. I'm like, oh, you know, I know when we got that. I got the same one. I wore it yesterday. You know what I mean? Like, it was something, you know, like we could tell who was a Raiders fan by the shirts they were wearing. You know, because, you know, oh, that's just from Oakland. That's just from the tailgate. You know, and I would tell everybody, hey, I wear a black shirt. I wear a Raider shirt every day of the year. You know, my undershirts, I don't wear white shirts no more. They're all black and they're all Raider shirts. You know, and it's just, you know, just wanting to rep. You know, and it is kind of addicting to see other people wearing your stuff, man. It's a beautiful thing. You know, and like when Cali Mack came out on the draft, like, whoo, that was something else. That was off the hook. You know, and it was cool, man. And we got a new. We've been working on an album, and we got a song called "License to Rep," and I got to pay tribute to my compa Cali Mark on that one. You know, because that was awesome that he did it. He said it, hey, I'm going to wear the hat. And I thought, oh, cool. And there he is on TV, you know. So I don't think he's heard that shout out yet, but I think it's going to be surprised. You know, and that's just something else that, you know, I'm you know, I want to do more Raider stuff, you know, like I see Javi doing this thing. I would have been out there at Top Golf if I didn't, you know, if I didn't get sick, you know, I would have been out there a few times, man. I think that whole event is awesome, and I can't wait until we can be out there, all of us together, everybody, the whole Raider Nation, and see what we all come up with. You know, all the events that you know, people's going to be doing, and just hanging out again, man. I really miss that.
Yeah, me too, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back out there myself. Now, Polo, yeah, man, you're probably the ultimate hustler in this group, man. You're like I said, Fireman 4. You're doing your job, which demands a lot. You know, you're the president. You're putting on events. You're trying to bring unity between certain factions in the Raider Nation and whatnot. Always repping the right way. You know, talk about what that means and why it's important to do that.
But first of all, I'd like to give a big shout out. Fabian's new hat, that white one's probably the crispiest hat I've ever gotten. I mean, I love that hat. So that's the whole thing. I'm supporting, if it's our Raider rappers, if it's anybody selling shirts or hats, I like to buy. Yeah, with my job right now, obviously with the COVID, it's turned into a whole different thing in California. CAL FIRE's been delegated the authority where we took on the vaccine, so I actually been working on the vaccines. I don't know, for like the last 6 weeks here in San Luis County, so that's definitely changed my life, and I look at things a lot different. And the work we're doing for our community, but at the same time, you know, it's a natural. One thing we're working on right now, really proud of, in my hometown of Sanger. We got approved through the city. We've been working since last October with James Pinedo. He's one of the Sanger bangers that we travel to games with. He's got a store. It's a 2-story building on, I want to say it's North and 7th. That's downtown Sanger, California. And we're starting Monday the mural of Tom Flores. So I've been working with Tom on that. So we're hoping sometime after the Super Bowl, we will do a grand opening, invite everybody to Sanger, California, to just take some pictures with the mural. And it's not, you know, I always tell people, hey man, it's not a black hole thing. This is a Sanger banger thing because it's our hometown hero. You know, like Javier was right. You know, this is our first, we look at Tom Flores as one of us. He has the same last name as we do. He always came back to the community. He's the example that, we follow. And, we're lucky we share the same race with them. And, being Latinos, it's a pride for us that we had the first, Mexican quarterback. Same thing, first coach to win a Super Bowl, first assistant coach to win a Super Bowl. So it's huge for us. And, being from the Central Valley, with Fabian could agree, this is where we grew up. And he's been our mentor, and he's been a friend to us from the start since we were little kids. But it's important. It's always feel it's a responsibility. Obviously, we're not, we're a little older. It's a responsibility. As you get older, you start looking at your life and start saying, hey, it's time to give back to the community. Yeah, Wayne always says, hey, leave the breadcrumbs so people can follow us. But sometimes we got to break the barriers, make this place better than where we found it. And, Raider Nation's always had that philosophy. I've heard it almost every guest. The only colors we see are black, silver and black. And that's the beauty of the whole thing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, Cali Mark, you've been, helping me navigate the Raider Nation, dude, since before the Raider Homer channel, dude. And I really value that, man. The lessons that you've taught me, I had to learn them the hard way. But I always came back and said you were right. So, with that being said, what advice do you have for the Raider Nation to stay unified, to rep the way that you're supposed to in Vegas, and, just be an all-around true Raider fan?
I mean, we just need to stay real to one another, man. Stop hating on each other. I mean, we are brothers. We're repping the same shit. That's the bottom line. I mean, with unity, we're going to do much better with unity. Simple as that.
Amen to that. Oh, all right, brother. It's been a long show, man. I appreciate everybody that's come on tonight. I appreciate you guys coming on tonight and sharing y'all stories. But before I let you go, man, tell the Raider Nation how they can find you on social media, and we will start with Javier.
Man, you know how to find me at the League of Bandits on Instagram. I don't really mess with Facebook, man. That's not my thing. I don't know. It's like MySpace and shit. So I don't even mess with that. Same thing with Twitter, man. I don't know where people get all this time to work all these social medias, man. Instagram has been my number one. It's gonna remain my number one until they try to force me off like they did homie. You know what I'm saying? So that's where you can find me, man. Instagram, and I mean, it's not hard to get a hold of me. I'm cool with everybody. I want to work with everybody. So if you want to mess with me, get at me, dude. I got some dope signings coming up with some players as soon as this thing's lifted, guys. Thank you guys for supporting me and the 8x10 series. I did the Death Star series. I really appreciate it. And if I don't say this, they're gonna kill me, man. I just want to say shout out to ballsy.com and Tequila Tromba and Beast Mode for always supporting me, man. Thank you guys very much for having me on, Homer. It's a pleasure, dude. I can't wait to see everybody in the near future. Peace.
Well, the pleasure's on mine, brother. And Polo, tell the Raider Nation how to find you on social media.
All right, before I even go into social media, I got a special guest who wants to say hello.
All right.
Hey, guys.
Hey. Congratulations.
What's up?
Thank you. Just want to say hi to you guys. Say hi to the Raider Nation, the mistress of the Black Hole. Sitting here with my lovely fiance. No, I just want to say hi, guys. Have a good night.
You too. Thanks for coming on.
All right. Hey, follow the Black Hole Santa Maria chapter. And then remember, go out and get that Tom Flores 8x10 for the Tom Flores Foundation, and that exciting new project of the Compas led by Fabian. We got a CD coming out with some great rappers, with Namek, Mike D. Chill. Got some great custom songs on there. The stuff I've heard in the last, 8 months, 9 months, we got some cool Fabian's got some good work on there and some cool shout-outs. So I appreciate Fabian for all the work he's done on that with Namek and Mike D. Chill. With that, hey, it was great talking to you guys, Raider Nation. Go Raiders. Remember, next Saturday we'll find out. Hopefully Tom Flores in the Hall of Fame, class 2021. Then, of course, Woodson also, but let's go for Tom Flores. Don't forget to vote for Violator to get him into the Superfan Hall of Fame. And with that, you guys have a great night.
You too. All right, Fabian, tell the Raider Nation how to find you on social media.
Yeah, check me out on Instagram. It's RN4Lifer. Also on Facebook, it's either RN for Life or for Lifer. Twitter, I think it's RN for Life. And then the website is rnforlifer.com. Got some dope stuff coming. Hopefully, we'll get to work with League of Bandits on something. And then just want to thank everybody for supporting. Going to keep trying to do things and hopefully get us all together and do some big parties in the future.
Yeah,
Hey, what's your TikTok, bro?
TikTok, you know what? I just deleted it, man. Tui Bachman had a badass video on there. I just deleted it.
Room.
I couldn't remember my email. I'm gonna send you that video.
I seen part of it. Those guys get down for some heifers.
Damn. All right, Cali Mark, I know that you are not on social media, man, so I just want to say, thanks for everything that you've done for me, dude. I appreciate it, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, no doubt, bro. All right,
Hey, you guys take it easy, man.
No doubt. All right, compa.
Hope to see you guys soon. You guys take it easy. Thanks so much.
Yes, sir.
Hey, thank y'all.
Shout out to my Orange County chapter, to my Nogales chapter, and to my Long Beach chapter with C.
There you go. All right, y'all. Have a good night.
With C.
All right.
Peace, guys.
Hey.
All right, Raider Nation, that does it for tonight's show. Thank you for coming back to the broadcast. I had some technical difficulties, but I will release the interviews piece by piece, so I appreciate everybody's patience and dedication to the Raider Homer channel, because, look, man, we got to hear from some great OakTown legends, man. We heard from damn near everybody, so, hey, you know what? Just do what the hell they tell you, right? They're talking about tradition, culture, unity, dedication. Hold that shit to your heart. Hold it near and dear, man, and follow your heart, bro. And we're going to get it done in Vegas. So I appreciate all the OakTown legends that came on tonight's show. I got to go. I got to stretch my legs. Have a good night, y'all. And you know how we like to end it here on the Raider Homer channel? With the message from the Violator.
What message do you have for the Raider Nation here and now and into the future?
Pretty simple, brother. Raider Nation, I'm speaking to you as an ambassador. Always stay true, stay loyal, keep the beliefs, and keep the faith. We will return.